So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, there's a message, and it says, kill the Grammys, do your thing. And I didn't read the rest of the message, I didn't open it. So she opened the message, and the rest of the message said, I'll see you at the cloud party. So all the time she thought I was lying. She starts going on, she throws the phone, I hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me. We're in a little Lamborghini. You know, she's fighting me, and I'm like, look, I'm telling you the truth, I swear to God. You know, I'm telling you the truth, stop it. Like I remember she's trying to kick me, but then I really hit her. Like I closed fist, like I punched her. You know, and it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, fuck, how the hell did I hit her? Like, so from there, she just spit in my face, like spit the blood in my face, and I'm like, hey, God, we tripping. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? She's trying to grab for my phone, and I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out the window. So she grabs my nuts, and when she do that, I bite her arm, and because I'm still trying to drive. Because I'm just trying to resolve the situation. I'm not trying to fight any further. I don't want to, like I love her, I don't want to hurt my girlfriend. I pull over, and I said, look, like I'm telling you the truth. Like I'm crying, she's crying. Like I didn't know she was fucking coming. I didn't know, I promise. She takes the keys out of the car. I mean, it's like she throws them out the window. When I got to the car, I'm looking for the keys and somebody yelled. And she yells out of her door, help, he's trying to kill me. I'm looking for the keys, she's sitting on the keys. I'm getting my bags out of the car. She was just scratching it up. I just hit her scratching up with the keys. And I was like, you know what, you got the keys, you can drop them. You know, a lot of the times, like, I look back at that picture and I'm just like, that's not me, bro. That's not me. Like, I hate it to this day. That's gonna haunt me forever. I hated myself. You know, so I was thinking about suicide and everything. I turned myself in the next day. Plead guilty. Didn't argue. I loved her. You know, I wanted to protect her because I did too much stuff to her.
Well, okay. Thank you guys so much for attending my show today. Clearly we know what this show is going to be about. It's going to be about something that women are not going to want to hear. Um, they think that, it's okay to be the victim if it means, success for yourself. And this is something that we have to stop, right? We all know what happened with Rihanna and Chris Brown based off of Rihanna's side of the story only, right? We all saw her on Oprah crying and, oh my gosh, he did this to me. When you got in, when anytime somebody was interviewed by Oprah, that means that what they're saying is absolutely true. Oprah only interviewed certain people. She didn't just go on a rampage and interview just anybody. So for Rihanna to have sat with Oprah, that's what made women really believe that everything coming out of that woman's mouth is absolutely truth. Well, Rihanna was a motherfucking liar. That's what it is. She's a motherfucking liar. And I'm so tired of these women only listening to one side and believing it. This is no different than Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. This is no different than Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. We only believe one side, the woman's. Me Too was created so that we will only believe one side of a story. And that's okay when it's black women. But if it's someone like Caroline Bryant who lied on Emmett Till and got him killed, that we shouldn't believe right off the bat until we get the facts. When they're white. But when they're black, we should only believe the woman. Well, you know what? No. Rihanna shouldn't be doing the Super Bowl. This bitch should be dragged through the mud for 13 years. Instead of, Rihanna coming out and actually telling the truth. And even if she did recant what she said, I don't remember hearing it because it wasn't big headline news. That's what happens when the truth comes out. No one gives a fuck. They only care when the man is the predator and you got this innocent woman on TV crying and not wearing any makeup and, she must be telling the truth. Well, Rihanna lied, you guys. I heard that this was over the phone, but I didn't have any proof because I never heard Chris's side. Yes, there was a police report. Yes, there was a trial. Doesn't mean the facts that were in that report were true. Because when a police officer comes on the scene and he speaks with the victim or the predator, whatever it might be, they're going to write what you tell them. So that police report doesn't mean that that's what the police came up with. That's what Rihanna told them. The story Rihanna told them doesn't match Chris Brown's. But I believe Chris Brown. I do not believe Rihanna. Let me tell you why. When a man cheats, women just don't want to talk it out. Well, tell me why you cheated, baby. I'm really upset. How could you do this to me? No, women like to go fisticuffs. We want to fight. We want to beat the fuck out of you because we think you won't hit us back. That's what it is. When women find out they've been cheated on, it's an emotional response. I've never heard of a woman finding out she got cheated on and she handled it with ultimate care and poise. You know what? I'm leaving. How could you do this? Pull over and let me out of this Lamborghini. No, Rihanna is a wild motherfucker just like any other woman on the block. She put her hands on Chris Brown. Not only was she hitting him, but she was kicking him while he was trying to drive the Lamborghini. So when he finally hit her back, his hit did more power. That's the difference. Rihanna got into a fight and lost. How much hit or how much punches was Chris supposed to take before he fought back, you guys? No man deserves to be assaulted by a bitch-ass woman. Real talk. No man deserves that. Chris Brown did not deserve that. I don't give a fuck what he did to her to hurt her feelings. If he didn't hit her first, Rihanna should have kept her fucking paws to herself. Rihanna is an aggressive, manipulating motherfucker. And y'all, and a lot of people ate that story up. She's no different than Amber Heard. Amber Heard told the world that Johnny Depp was this crazy, sex-crazed abuser, and he lost so many friends. His reputation went right through the mud. But then when y'all found out that Amber Heard was taking shits in pools and beds, oh, she is crazy. But it took him years to prove to y'all that Amber Heard was crazy. And to this day, women still believe Amber Heard because she's a woman. This is why the Me Too movement is bogus. That's why, guys. And even though Rihanna did have Johnny Depp in her video, I still don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Rihanna lying on a black man. If you look at Rihanna's success path and Chris Brown's last album didn't even do that well. Anytime Chris Brown gets in trouble and he's in the headlines, you bitches always bring it back to 2009. So let's talk about 2009. Anytime Chris Brown is in trouble, hey, Chris Brown was accused of sexual assault. Well, we believe it because he beat Rihanna's ass in 2009. That is what you hear all the time. Chris Brown had a woman that broke into his house and wouldn't leave, so he threatened her with a gun. Well, I believe he would have shot her because he beat Rihanna in 2009. Y'all bitches love bringing it up like that, right? To fit your narrative. Well, let's talk about 2009. Rihanna lied. Rihanna lied. She assaulted Chris Brown multiple times before he finally punched her and connected and gave her a busted lip. Y'all saw pictures of Rihanna and felt like that meant she was the victim? No, she got her ass beat because she couldn't keep her hands to herself. Whoopi Goldberg went out and said on The View, and I respect Whoopi because y'all talk about Whoopi, call her ugly, but one thing Whoopi Goldberg said is that parents need to teach their daughters we don't live in a chivalry age where men are going to accept being hit and assaulted. They will fight back. So why put your hands on them in the first place? And you have those white women saying, oh, no, Whoopi, we shouldn't be saying that. Women are innocent. It doesn't matter what the woman does. If she hits him, throws something at him, it still doesn't give him a right to hit back. You got women that think like that. Well, you know what? Welcome to the new modern age. Men will not sit back and let you assault them and they're going to walk away and get something to eat afterwards. No, they're going to fight back. How else is a woman supposed to learn to keep her hands to herself if you don't show her why she should keep them to herself? I don't care if the man is 6'8", 300 pounds, and the woman is 4'11", $120. Keep your hands to your motherfucking self. If Rihanna never hit Chris Brown and actually said, you know what, I'm not even getting in the car with you, this incident would have never happened. But Rihanna, just like other women who are jealous and insecure, Rihanna is insecure with herself. In that moment, she was jealous and insecure. A woman that Chris Brown was fucking before he dated her, texted him, and she blew up. I believe that. Wouldn't give him his phone. One thing women love to do is take something from a man that's going to piss him off. His phone, right? Take his phone. That was his property. Rihanna should have been booked for assault and theft because she took his phone, then threw his keys out the window. While he's out there trying to get the keys, she's yelling, somebody help, he's trying to kill me. Typical woman who is in the wrong, right? Neighbor hears her yelling and calls 911. So I don't give a fuck what Rihanna says now because it doesn't take away what Chris Brown suffered. Y'all drug him through the mud. Y'all talked about him, called him an abuser, called him a piece of shit. told people don't pick him to do any shows, and you guys went at this man, not knowing that Chris Brown wanted to kill himself. And y'all wonder why suicide rates are higher in men. Do you know how many modern day men today go through what Chris Brown went through? They go through it every day. Where a woman will find out he's cheating, take his phone, and then he'll say, you know what, fuck it, I'm leaving. Then when he goes to leave, she wants to start a fist fight. Then she calls the cops, and the cops haul him to jail. Happens every day. Happens every day. Men are assaulted by women every day. But that never gets the attention because it's a man being hit, right? It only matters if the woman is the victim. You got Maxine Waters and all these other bitches coming out saying, we support Meg the Stallion. When are they going to do that for men who have been abused? When? This world is one-sided. Chris Brown kept this to himself for 13 years. And then you got these bitch-ass women saying, well, why did he wait so long to come out? Do we say that for rape victims? Do we tell rape victims why it took them 30 years to come out? No, because that's victim blaming, right? So now you guys are victim blaming Chris. Chris didn't come out because he protected the black woman. Ain't that what y'all want black men to do? Protect y'all, right? Even when you're wrong, right? Even though Rihanna was wrong, Chris Brown protected the black woman. He protected her reputation, even if it meant destroying his own. He did what you guys begged black men to do, even though she was wrong. So when are you black bitches going to hold Rihanna accountable? You guys praise this woman like she's God. If you look at her career path and look at Chris's, Chris hasn't been the same since that assault. He hasn't. He's been up and down with his mental health. His music is not selling like he used to. But then you got Rihanna, who just got hired to do the Super Bowl. Then you got Rihanna, who's a billionaire. Her career path is absolutely amazing. Her Fenty line is doing wonderful. It didn't hurt her. She's fine. She's doing well. Chris Brown is suffering. So if Chris Brown wanted the clout, he could have been ended Rihanna's career and told his truth. Right? He could have been did that. But a part of the healing process in a man is you have to tell your truth. You have to let out anything you're holding in. That is why they have these episodes where they kill themselves, because they hold on to shit. So a part of healing is telling your truth. That's why he's now telling his truth. He has to let it out. All I'm saying, you guys, is hearing his side of the story, it angers me because all this happened 13 years ago and he protected Rihanna's reputation and she didn't need it. She should have went down for assault and theft. Rihanna knew she was wrong. And even if she came out 10 years later and said, yeah, I hit him first, I was wrong, no one gives a damn now. They don't care now. They don't care now. So I don't give a fuck what you guys are saying that Rihanna said. Years later, it doesn't take away what was done to Chris Brown. Do you guys realize what this man has suffered over the last 13 years? Anytime he does something wrong, women bring up 2009. He will never escape it. He said it haunts him. I can honestly listen to him talk and hear the pain and see the pain. He told the absolute truth. And when I hit her, I was shocked that I hit her because he doesn't hit women like that. But this woman continued to assault him. And he did what any man will do when they're tired of being hit. Men are not your punching bags, ladies. I don't give a fuck who he cheated on you with. I don't care if he had 5 kids on you. I don't care if he cheated on you and had 15 other women, waiting for him to call. I don't care. If a man cheats on you, leave. Leave. It doesn't give you the right to put your hands on him because some of them will fight back. And what Chris Brown did, he defended himself. And defending himself is what got him in trouble. Because he's a man and Rihanna is a woman. No excuse, you guys. I bet you I can do a poll right now and ask men, has a woman ever hit you first? I guarantee you 90% of them will say yes. Well, that's assault. That's called assault. Rihanna assaulted Chris Brown multiple times before he punched the fuck out of her. And it was out of frustration. When you're in a small ass Lamborghini, I don't know if anybody ever sat in one of those cars, they're really tiny. That makes the hits even greater. So when Rihanna was hitting him, and then when you grab a man's nuts, you know that will make a man, submit because you're grabbing his nutsack. When she grabbed his nuts, that's why he bit her. Because I'm sure A man who's had his nuts grabbed, it doesn't feel too good. So he bit her. But you guys were flipping to say he bit her, he scratched her, he tried to kick her out of his car. Well, she was like a hyena in the car, acting a fucking fool and wouldn't give him back his phone. I know in my heart that Chris Brown didn't say, yeah, I cheated on you, and then started hitting Rihanna out of nowhere. Nah, not believing that story. I do believe that Rihanna started hitting him first because she felt like he was cheating on her. And instead of Rihanna leaving, because she was a megastar at the time, pretty, had her life together, she'd rather fight him because she's mad. You cheated on me? Look at how I look. I'm Rihanna. Keyed his car. She did a lot of stuff. I forgot about property damage. Rihanna should have had about 3 or 4 charges. But guess what? She walked away with a clean slate. And that's why she's a billionaire today. She's a billionaire today because Chris Brown never said anything. He protected the Black woman. Like I said, Rihanna was your modern day Caroline Bryant. Went on Oprah and lied her ass off. No different than what Caroline Bryant didn't understand. No different. She lied on a Black man. She knew then that she was lying and still went with that narrative. That's what they do. That's what they do. I've seen cops tell women, so how'd you get that bruise? That bruise could have came from her doing it to herself. But he will still try to get her to say the man did it. Well, you know, he had touched me on my face and okay, that's where the bruise came from. Go ahead and lock him up, you guys. It happens to men every single day. And hearing Chris Brown finally tell his side, I ain't gonna lie, I got a little emotional because I felt bad for this man. The way you guys have judged him and talked about him, I couldn't come out and break anything because I didn't have any facts. But now that I've heard his side, it makes perfect sense how this all happened. People speculated what they thought happened, but now Chris Brown is telling his side. He said, I loved her. And this haunts me to this day that I put my hands on her. He had every right to do it, and he still feels bad for it. So y'all can't tell me that this man is a monster. How can you feel bad for defending yourself? She was a hyena in the car, scratching and hitting and kicking, and then grabbing on your nuts just to get your phone. Rihanna is an insecure-ass female, and that's why she is now a baby mama. That's all she is. She ain't married. She's a baby mama, and y'all praise people like that. She went and had a bastard child with a rapper with a history. And y'all think that it's perfect. Oh, we're so happy for you, Rihanna. Y'all got to hope that her baby daddy stays out of jail. Rihanna has been in so many relationships. Pumping and dumping. That's it. And now she's a baby mama. And you guys are praising that. Ain't nothing to praise. She's like your typical chick on the south side of Chicago. That's all. She ain't getting no praise from me. But if this had been a man coming out saying, you know, I lied on this woman. I said that she hit me first when in reality, I hit her first. I guarantee you that man wouldn't do the Super Bowl. If Chris Brown was the victim, even though he was the aggressor, and Rihanna protected him, and he got hired to do the Super Bowl, and somebody found this video of him telling the truth of what happened, and he said, I was the aggressor, and Rihanna didn't do anything wrong, I guarantee you guys $1,000 that he wouldn't do the Super Bowl. But do you guys think that Rihanna's not going to do the Super Bowl? I bet you she's still going to do it because this video is now circulating everywhere. I guarantee you Rihanna is still going to do the Super Bowl because she's a woman. Because people will still say, we saw the bruises. Where was his bruises in his picture? Well, her hits didn't hit hard like his did. That's where it comes into play. A woman can slap a man and not leave a bruise, but a man can slap the wig off a woman and leave a bruise. His power is a little bit more, stronger than a woman's. So her hits did not do anything to him. It's just that when a woman is hitting you and you're trying to drive a car, you got to stop her. He disabled her by hitting her in the fucking face. She was doing too much. What I'm saying, you guys, is everybody heard it. Everybody saw it. Some people never saw it too. That's my first time seeing it. This incident happened in 2009. He had a criminal record, had to do community service, lost a lot of deals. Women couldn't wait to talk about Chris Brown. They couldn't wait. So imagine why his life is like it is now. Because once something like that happens, it's hard to bounce back when you're a man. It is. Rihanna only brought Johnny Depp on there because maybe she felt bad. Maybe it reminded her of when she was the Amber Heard. Have y'all thought about that? Well, let me bring Johnny Depp onto my little thing because, I remember being Amber Heard. So now I'm trying to pay back, for the wrong I've done. That's why she brought Johnny Depp on there. She felt bad because she was the modern day Amber Heard. She was. That's all. It was sympathy. That's what it was. That's what it was. So don't sit there and think that because she did that one good deed, that takes away from 13 years that Chris Brown was judged. Every time Chris Brown was in the limelight, you guys brought up 2009. Now you don't want to talk about it because the truth is out. Cat is out the bag. Now y'all don't want to talk about it. Well, it happened. It happened. Move on. No, I'm not moving on. Just like if it comes out, if it turns out that Meg Thee Stallion was lying and that her friend shot her, you think I'm going to be quiet? Oh, we're going to drag it for 2.5 years. We're going to make sure that Megan never forgets to tell the truth. Like I told you guys, Meg Thee Stallion was a drunk. Ask yourself why, since the incident, you haven't seen her pouring liquor down somebody's mouth. Because when people said that when she drinks, she gets real violent, it makes sense now. Because if it wasn't true, she would still be driving the boat. Y'all remember? Meg Thee Stallion was known for driving the boat. Taking liquor, pouring it down people's mouths, getting drunk herself. When was the last time you seen Megan drive the boat? Exactly. Y'all ain't seen the shit, right? She stopped that shit because it fits the narrative that she is a drunk and that she is violent when she's drunk. I look at patterns. Y'all don't look at it. I do. So again, Chris Brown had to go through this. So imagine how Tory Lanez feel. Imagine when the truth comes out. Do y'all honestly think that if Tory was found not guilty and it was her friend, do you think they're going to spend the next 2.5 years saying sorry to Tory? No. They're going to move on like nothing happened. That's what happens when the man is the victim. If the man turns out to be truthful and honest like Johnny Depp, they would just say, oh, okay, well, we got it wrong that time. Moving on. It should never be that way. We should be in the street screaming and hollering and saying this woman lied. And it should be the same energy, but it never is. Now y'all know why Chris Brown shared my meme. Because when a man is accused of something, y'all love giving him the loud mouth and the, he did it. I know he did. But when the truth comes out, you got to go wash the dishes, right? You got to go clean some clothes. Y'all don't see the truth. Bird Box, right? There was women on my Facebook page saying, well, why did he take 13 years? I said, so if a woman was sexually assaulted and came out 3 decades later, Bill Cosby, and says, well, yeah, he did this 30 years ago. I had some tea, he threw a couple of pudding pops in there and put something. Y'all believe that all day long like it just happened, right? They can come out 30 years later, but a man can't come out 10 years or 13 years later and say his truth. That's why I'm tired of some women in this world. I don't understand how they can even live and breathe the same air. Because you guys hate to be victim blamed, but you can do it to a man. I'm absolutely tired. It doesn't stop there. This week, I'm really going to be on y'all necks. Because if anybody knows who Caesar from Black Ink Crew, Caesar from Black Ink Crew was, he's the guy that tattoos people. He had a show on VH1. He was dating some chick named Duchess who also does tattoos. If you don't know who Caesar from Black Ink Crew is, just look it up, please. But recently, he's now a bodybuilder. He's bigger now, muscles and everything. And women have been body shaming him all week. He looks like a crackhead. Oh, I know he's on steroids. Ugh, he needs to go back to his original body. So you guys can body shame men getting healthy, but we can't body shame fat ass Lizzo, right? We can't body shame her for being unhealthy, but you guys can body shame a black man for being healthy. I have over 75 comments from black bitches calling him all type of names for being healthy. But if a man comes out and says Lizzo looks unhealthy or looks like the shit emoji, you guys want his neck. We live in a world today where the truth is considered, oh, I still don't believe it. He's lying. A man can never say his truth. A man can never get healthy. A man can't just be a man without a woman doing something to hurt him. And it's acceptable. But if it's a woman, we have to walk on eggshells and walk on thin ice. Tiptoe. It's because of women we get reported on Facebook and Instagram. Women, they don't like the truth. Men have it hard. And you wonder why suicide rates are higher. Men can't do anything but exist. to prevent themselves from being judged by a woman and society. Y'all over here body shaming a man who decided to eat clean and get big. Just like The Rock did. Just like The Rock did. No different. The Rock wasn't fat, but The Rock wasn't big like he is now. I don't hear nobody talking about him. But if a black man gets in shape for his mental health, it's not real, right? It's crack. He ain't healthy. But we get to say that Lizzo looks amazing. No. Won't happen anymore. Not in my book. No. It won't happen. Like I said, women have all the tools and everything they can to tarnish a man's character. It happens every single day. I tell you guys every day a story to prove to you that women have favor. Y'all remember Deshaun Watson? That woman said that he groped her too. But then when he dropped those receipts, y'all bitches went in hiding. Y'all went in hiding. Stop hiding your hand when the truth comes out. I need you on the front line loud like you was when you thought he was guilty. Y'all thought Chris Brown was guilty for 13 years because you saw some pictures of Rihanna. You just saw a picture of a person that lost the fight. If you ever watched a boxing match, one person's going to have more bruises. Agree or disagree? One person's going to have a bigger busted lip or a bigger, bloody nose. It's going to be worse on one of their ends. Sometimes you'll see a fight where the person that won, he barely has a scratch. But the person that lost, they fucked up. We saw pictures of a woman who lost a fight. That's what it was. She started a fight with Chris Brown and lost. That's what happened. And this man went on for 13 years protecting her, losing endorsement deals, being called a wife beater, being called a predator, being told that if you ever have kids, they're going to have to live with their dad was a piece of shit. You should have saw all the comments that I saw. And anytime Chris Brown got in trouble or he was accused of something, before the truth came out, women wanted his kids taken away. Women wanted him to get locked up again. They made fun of his album flopping. Well, now you know the truth of what happened. You heard his side. And a lot of you still don't believe him. You still believe Rihanna. I don't believe Rihanna anymore. And I think people need to start holding Rihanna accountable. I don't care what she said 10 years later. We need more. Why not donate to men that have violence done against them? Why not make a foundation for that? You have a makeup line. Just saying a few words won't be enough. If I knew I lied on someone and their whole reputation got thrown in the mud, I would do what I can for the next 13 years to make it right. I would, especially if I was a billionaire. I would start a fund for men who are victims of abuse. Have you guys ever heard of those type of foundations? Men who are victims of abuse? No, because they don't think it happens to men. Well, men are not speaking about it. Yes, they do. It's just that the cops don't believe them. If anybody ever watched the show Cops, when there's two domestic situations, they go off of who has the most bruises. It's a game. Well, she has a scratch on her eye, and she has a bloody nose, and he just has a ripped shirt. All right, come on, Tony. We're locking you up. Right? That's the way they do it. And you ask yourself why men don't come out. Because they don't give a fuck. They're not going to believe a man. So you mean to tell me that she hit you and you don't even have any bruises? No, buddy, we're not falling for that. She has a bloody nose, though. Well, I was defending myself. She grabbed my shirt and I said, get off me. So I took my hand and I pushed her face. That's why her nose is bleeding. No, we think you punched her. When that story is very believable. I've seen women grab men because they didn't want the man to leave. He wants to get out of the situation. No, you're not going anywhere. Let me go. So when he fights and moves his arms, bam, he hits her an accident. And that's why he goes to jail for defending himself. He's supposed to let her grab his shirt and he's supposed to take all the blows that he's supposed to take. That's the world we live in. You're basically telling men that if a woman puts her hands on you, accept it. Let her beat the fuck out of you. And then just go to the cops afterwards, okay? And they'll believe you. Bullshit. A man can take 5 punches to the face and have a bloody nose and tell the cops that she did it. And they will say, well, what did you do for her to do that? How do we know that you're not lying? Well, this girl's small. She don't even look like she can hit that hard. They have a reason why they don't believe him. And you guys wonder why you don't hear stories like this. It's no point. They ain't gonna believe no man, especially a black man. All I'm saying, you guys, is that now we know Chris Brown's side. Are you guys gonna now treat him differently? You're going to still support Rihanna. I know that, right? She's still an innocent flower to you guys, right? Not to me. Not to me, guys. I feel bad for him. Let me go ahead and drop this link in the comments so I can let you guys talk. If no one wants to talk, I'm going to end the show a lot earlier. I had to do this show because I know that on Facebook, I can't say the kind of things I'm saying today. Rihanna's wrong. We need more done. And if this had been just like the video with Cardi B coming out saying what she did for a living, she was still getting deals. Anytime a woman can retract something they said that was false, people still look at them as the victim. A man can't do that. A man can say, well, yeah, 5 years ago, I sexually assaulted a woman. And the cops say, well, we don't have any evidence, so we can't do nothing. No, they're going to lock him up based on his admission. See, but a woman can get away with something like that years later and not be held accountable. But y'all want Caroline Bryant held accountable for lying on Emmett Till decades ago, right? Y'all want her to go to prison because she's white. But if she had been black, y'all would say, well, it happens. She didn't mean to do it. I'm going through y'all comments, guys. I'm sorry, I said a lot. Okay. As a fat man losing weight, I would never use the word plus size for women, especially ones bigger. And I said that before too. You know, women who are overweight, they get called plus size or BBW. But a man, he's a fat ass, cupcake eating motherfucker. That's what a man is. He's obese. He's out of shape. What I'm trying to tell you guys is people get mad when men say that Lizzo's body type isn't their type. That's body shaming to women. People get mad when the woman that used to be on that Fattest Loser show, the Julian, the trainer, when she said that Lizzo is not in good shape. Just because she's fat and obese doesn't mean that she's unhealthy. Yes, it does mean that. I don't know too many people that are fat and obese with a high BMI that have no issues or upcoming issues. She might not have full-blown diabetes, but doesn't mean that she's not juvenile. I mean, that she's not pre-diabetic. Doesn't mean that she's not pre-diabetic. Doesn't mean that her cholesterol isn't almost high. Because now you're seeing videos of Lizzo on a workout bike. When was she doing that? Hey, you guys, I'm working with Peloton. Let's get back in shape. Remember? Y'all was telling Lizzo, we love you big. Now Lizzo's doing bike commercials. I told you guys that fat narrative isn't going to work that long, guys. It won't. But what makes me mad is that even if you don't like this black man, because I know Caesar was in the news for kicking a dog, right? A dog's life is more important than a human's. I get that. To some of you women, a dog's life is more important than a black man's. I get it. I get it. He kicked the dog. He paid his dues. Moving on. When he kicked that dog, he lost his show. That was accountability. But women wanted more to happen to him. They wanted him killed because he kicked the dog. That's how bad it was for these women. They wanted more to happen. Him losing his show was enough. He ain't making that money no more. He don't got that big check coming in no more. To me, that evened the playing field. Now, honestly, I know women right now that have kicked cats and kicked dogs before. And I don't see you guys losing it all. But anyways, when they saw how in shape he is now they're saying he looks like he's 80. He looks like he's on crack. He looks like a chewed up Tootsie Roll. I was looking at all the hate speech. And you will see it tomorrow. Because I said to myself, so they can make fun of a man that's in shape, but men can't make fun of a woman that's out of shape. Got it. Y'all making fun of a man who decided to eat clean and lose weight. See, some women don't like to do that. They don't want to take the hard way out and actually work out and have a strict diet. It's possible for a man to get in shape in 3 months. Their body types are different than ours. They have a higher metabolism. That's just what happens. So it is very possible for a man to cut out all bad foods and in 3 months be cut like that. Now, Caesar was not fat. You could still see he had a six-pack. It just wasn't defined. So he wasn't fat to begin with. He needed to shed about 20 pounds. And it's possible for a man to shed 20 pounds in 3 months with strict eating and working out. It is. Y'all remember the Beyonce lemon diet, right? Y'all believe Beyonce. Y'all didn't call her a crackhead when she did the lemon diet for a few months before going on tour. Y'all believed her. She said no sugar, no nothing, no this, no that, no this, no that for 3 months. So we'll believe her lemon diet or your goddess Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey went on a strict diet and y'all saw how bulky she got. muscular. She got, and y'all was just like, how y'all gonna shame a woman for doing something healthy for herself? Okay, so why are y'all shaming a man? You didn't shame Lori Harvey or Beyonce, but we're shaming this black man for getting in shape in 3 months because you bitches would rather lay on Dr. Miami's table. That's what it is. Women don't like the hard way out. They want the easy way out. Some women, forgive me. So they're making fun of him because they're too lazy to discipline themselves, right? It's cool to praise obesity, but it's uncool to be healthy. That's the world we live in. Embrace your fat ass curves. Embrace being fat. It's beautiful. You don't have to get healthy. Be you. Do you, ladies? No, that's not the narrative we should be pushing out. So again, women need to do better. I'm tired of it. I am. And again, I don't think Rihanna should do the Super Bowl. I think they should do something dramatic and take it from her. Because I guarantee you guys, if they had asked Chris Brown to do the Super Bowl, I bet y'all my salary that they would have started a change.org to make sure he did not do the Super Bowl. Tell me I'm wrong, people. If Chris Brown was the person they chose, because Chris Brown has a better catalog than Rihanna. Y'all want to debate me there? Rihanna ain't got enough music to make people get up out of their seats and say, oh shit, this is my cut. Unless it was a feature with somebody. If it was a feature with another rapper, maybe. But Rihanna don't got enough cuts to make me get out of my seat and say, oh shit, this was dope. Chris Brown does. Chris Brown has a whole catalog of songs I can name that'll get the crowd going, right? I guarantee you if they had told Chris Brown they wanted him to do it, you bitches would have stopped that before it started. Tell me I'm wrong, you guys. Y'all would have said, so you guys are picking an abuser to be the headline? He hit Rihanna. Did you guys not see the pictures? You would have saw Rihanna's pictures all over of what happened after that night. And they would have said, and this is who you chose to be in the Super Bowl? Tell me I'm wrong, you guys. Chris Brown would not have been able to do the show because women would have made sure that there was a stop to that. But Rihanna gets to do the Super Bowl. And I don't think she has enough music to even be doing the Super Bowl, to be honest. Sorry. And Rihanna can't even sing. Y'all sit here and praise this woman, but she can't really sing. Her vocals are subpar. Y'all know I'm not lying. She's just pretty. She's pretty. But I never thought Rihanna can really sing. But Chris Brown, he can not only sing, but he can entertain. Rihanna doesn't even dance. She's not even a dancer. She just sings. That's it. Or tries to. I've heard her live, and it's not the best. But I've heard Chris Brown live, and he's exceptional. So again, Chris Brown would have been the better pick, to be honest. I don't want to hear no Disturbia and all that other BS. Has nothing to do with getting nobody hype. But I bet you Chris Brown has a catalog that'll get everybody hype. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I think Rihanna has great songs that somebody else helped her write, whatever. But when it comes to vocal, she's not that good to me, guys. Just like Ciara isn't good. But y'all don't want to hear the truth. You guys had fun judging Omarion, though, right? Saying he can't sing worth shit. Remember that? Remember the verses? Ray J, he can't sing worth shit. One thing about Omarion, he cannot sing. And I'm not going to sit there and hold one person accountable, not the other. Omarion can't sing worth shit. I knew that. But he can dance you out of your clothes. He would dance you off the stage, right? Him and Ciara are the same. They can dance all day long, but they cannot sing. Y'all want to sit there and debate me on that? Ciara can't sing worth shit. Listen to her live on YouTube. She's terrible, but she can dance. She can get low and shake her ass. Okay, what black woman can't do that? But you guys can sit here and say she's an icon over somebody like Beyonce. Get the fuck out of here. See, Ciara's nowhere near an icon. She said icons give her good beats. Yeah, but she can't sing. So like I said, Rihanna shouldn't be doing the Super Bowl. She shouldn't. She ain't got enough cuts. I'm sorry, guys. Not good at all. She could have made an appearance on somebody else's track, yeah. But Super Bowl? Sorry. Chris Brown's catalog runs laps around hers. The only way they'll watch it is if she did that song with Eminem. They'll really watch it then, right? But what I'm saying is they picked the wrong person. And if they had picked Chris Brown, the world would have been up in arms. For women, would have been up in arms. So y'all can judge me all you want to on that. You tell me why Rihanna deserves to do Super Bowl. And let's debate on it. Tell me what about that? She ain't even been singing. She ain't even been performing. She ain't made an album in what, 7 years? And that quick, bloop, you get to do the Super Bowl. Yay! Well, Chris Brown has been dropping albums almost every year. He even did one where it was 2 albums and hasn't got no request to do the Super Bowl. But Rihanna gets it after being a hiatus for 7 years, having a baby, becoming a billionaire. You see how America is, you guys? Out of all the people they could have chose, they chose Rihanna, who hasn't had an album in years. So what the fuck is she going to sing that's relevant to today? The one she did on Black Panther? Nobody wants to hear sad music at a Super Bowl. We want music that's going to get us hype. So tell me what she's going to perform that's relevant today, other than that slow song that she just came out with for Black Panther. But Chris Brown, shit. I can name a bunch of songs that'll get you hype. So again, guys, career suicide. Chris Brown didn't mind giving up his career to make sure her career was good. She should be giving him a whole bunch of money. He helped her. Rihanna should have went to jail for assault, theft, and damage of property. She didn't get any charges, but Chris Brown did. And he got caught an abuser for years. And then when you hear the truth, you still think Rihanna is telling the truth because she was on Oprah, right? That makes her story more truthful. Well, she told her story first. That's why we believe her. Well, that's you. I don't. Oprah never said, you know what? Thank you, Rihanna, for telling me this. Now let me get Chris Brown on my show so we can hear his side. No one ever saw that, right? Because Oprah is that type of woman where she only believes that. Oprah's the kind of woman that said, I believe Kobe Bryant's liar who said he raped her, even though there was 3 traces of semen in her panties within a 24-hour period. Fresh semen. I know old semen, but fresh. Most of your rape victims would never go out and have sex with 2 other men. What kind of shit is that? That's a train. They're the kind of women that believe that. They're like Gail, her best friend Gail, who will believe one side of a story. Oh, Megan, you poor victim. How dare Tory do this? You got all these, let me tell y'all how powerful women are. You got all these women in higher levels coming out saying, we're sorry about what you're going through, Megan Thee Stallion. How dare Drake make a song about you? Even though Drake said shots with an S. When women get butt shots, it's with an S. It's with an S. He said shots with an S, not shot. But women heard shots and said, oh, this is about Meg Thee Stallion. And what did Meg Thee Stallion do? She went off of emotion. Fuck all you niggas, because when the truth come out, you're going to be eating my pussy. What kind of reply is that? What kind of reply is that? When the truth comes out, you're going to really be mad. And it wasn't even about her. Turns out, it wasn't even about her. Drake was talking about ass shots. And Meg Thee Stallion isn't the only woman that was called a stallion in this world. Some other women went by stallion, or they called him a brick house. Y'all know what I'm talking about. A woman that's thick in all the right places. They called him a brick house, a stallion. She just took that and became Meg Thee Stallion. But all these women in high places that are saying, we support you. We know you're telling the truth. Guys, this is based off of one side of the story. This is based off of no convictions yet. And she has all these women rallying behind her, and there hasn't been a conviction yet. The truth hasn't even come out yet. But that's how much they believe women right off the bat. And that's dangerous. It is absolutely dangerous to believe someone without facts. It's scary. It really is, y'all. Y'all don't realize how scary this is. A woman can come out and say, I got punched in the face by this celebrity. And all these women will rally behind her. They don't want to hear about the person she's talking about that did it. They don't want to hear his side. Nope. You did it. We know you did it. We know you did it. They don't even want to hear. And then when the truth comes out, they'll say, well, she made a mistake. Because let me tell you, if it turns out that Meg Thee Stallion's friend shot her or shot at her, because, shooting at the ground or shooting at glass, whatever, that can happen. A man that has a gun, that knows how to use it, he has good aim. I'm just going to assume that Tory Lanez has really good aim because he's had a gun before, right? So why would a man aim at the side of somebody's foot? Again, when I heard her tell the story and she said she was walking away, well, if you were walking away, Meg Thee Stallion, The bullet should be behind your foot, not on the side, you dumb bitch. But if you're fighting with a person over the gun and the gun is pointing down, that makes sense. That makes sense. So again, if it turns out that her friend did it on accident when they were fighting for the gun or whatever it may be, do you honestly think that they're going to cancel Meg Thee Stallion? No, they're not going to. She's going to probably say, well, I was so drunk, I assumed that it was him. Because remember, she was very drunk that night. And when you're drunk, you don't remember all of it. That's why she's told people 50 different stories, because she was drunk. But y'all took what she said and ran with it. And now she has the whole world behind her. And if you're going against Meg right now, you hate women. You're a pick-me. No, we're not going against women. Have I ever posted Tory Lanez every day saying, I know he's innocent, free him, free him, free? No, I said my piece and I stayed quiet until trial. That's what I'm doing. But you got women every day bringing it up. Every day that Meg is innocent. Just like they did Chris Brown. Chris Brown is guilty. I know he did it. Did y'all see the picture of Rihanna? Her lip was busted. Well, he admitted to hitting her in the face. He admitted that because she kept hitting him. And when you grab a man's nuts, he's going to do whatever he can to make you let the nuts go. Ask any man. If a woman grabs your nuts, what are you going to do? Are you going to say, please let go of my nuts? It hurts. No, they're going to probably beat the fuck out of her, right? They're going to forget she's a woman and they're going to fight because the shit hurts. We wouldn't want a man grabbing our titties. It's a sensitive area, right? So she should have been grabbing on him. Again, Rihanna caused all that to happen because she was jealous, insecure. And y'all think that pretty women can't be insecure? They're the most insecure. I'm keeping it real with y'all tonight or today. They're the most insecure type of woman. Y'all think because a woman looks good and she has a BBL and her ass is fat that she's not insecure? That's why she got all the surgery, because she was insecure. So when a man cheats on her, especially with a woman with a fupa, all hell about to break loose. And I've never heard of women getting mad that her man cheated and not using any type of force. Whether it's busting up his windows, throwing stuff at him, they're going to let you know they're mad. It's rare that I hear of a woman saying, how dare you cheat on me? I'm leaving. Goodbye. No, that's not what women do that I know. A lot of my clients will let you know, I'm going to let you feel it. I'm tearing everything up. So I wholeheartedly believe that when she was going for that phone, she wanted to whoop his ass in the process. I'm telling you guys, women are emotional creatures. So if we feel like you cheated on us and you betrayed us, we want blood. We're angry. And in that moment, I'm not saying Chris Brown was innocent. He was probably cheating on Rihanna a lot. In 2009, everybody wanted to fuck Chris Brown. He was hot. He was in the limelight. Everybody wanted Chris. So I'm sure the groupies were throwing their pussy in the bundles. And a woman may have texted him. She could have said, Chris Brown, when I see you, I'm going to swallow the dick. It still did not give Rihanna the opportunity to put her hands on him. No, keep your hands to yourself, Rihanna. At that time, Rihanna wasn't an ugly woman. Very pretty woman. Everybody wanted Rihanna too. So she could have easily left that situation with her dignity. Instead, she thought of assaulting Chris. And in her mind, he won't hit me back. He's not going to hit me back. Men are not supposed to hit back. So let me see how far I can take these punches. Okay, he's still not reacting. Let me grab these nuts. And she lost the fight. And I'm saying it as a woman. Ladies, I don't care what he does to you to hurt your feelings. If he doesn't touch you, you have no right touching him. Everybody saw that scene on Baby Boy. And I think I posted it on Facebook. If I didn't, I will post it again probably next week. But y'all remember that scene on Baby Boy when she said, I'm tired of you cheating on me, Jody. The bitches at my job are laughing at me. Well, they're laughing at you because you won't leave, dumb bitch. They're laughing at you because you decided to stay. He's going to be a dog. He's going to be a piece of shit. But you still want to be with him because the dick is too good. The head game is on point. See, that movie Baby Boy wasn't just a movie, guys. It was teaching you guys what a lot of men go through, even when they fuck up. And when she started yelling and getting aggressive and getting loud like women do, what did Jody say? You know what? I'm getting the fuck out of here. Everybody saw that part of the movie. If you didn't, I will remind you. He got up to leave, and what did she do? She got in front of the door. You're not going nowhere. I'm tired of you cheating. Then she starts to assault him. Bam, bam, hits him in the chest. Get your hands off of me, girl. And then when he gets her hands off, what does she do? She punched the fuck out of him. I'm telling you, there's some women in this world that can pack a punch. And when she punched the fuck out of Jody, he backhanded her. He didn't punch her back. He just slapped the shit out of her and made her fall. You hit me. You hit. Now it's a problem. He asked you to get out the way of the door so he can leave. You wouldn't let him leave. And then you start assaulting him. Then you punched him. So I want y'all to realize that that part of the movie wasn't just a movie. That's what men go through every fucking day with these hyenas. She would not. So she should have been charged with assault and kidnapping. Because the minute you tell a man he can't leave and you hold him against his will, that's kidnapping. That's what it is. But I guarantee you, when he slapped her and she fell in real life, a neighbor would have heard it, called the cops, and they would have said, I can hear a woman screaming. I can hear a woman crying. And when the cops showed up, who do you think would have went to jail? Jody. If he had told the cops that she was holding him against his will and that she punched him about 10 times, do you think they would have said, okay, come on, Yvette, we're taking you in? No. Jody would have went to jail for domestic violence. His whole life would have been changed in that one moment. All he wanted to do was leave. You got men in this world that know their power. They know their strength. So when they see their girlfriend getting loud, he knows what's going to follow. So they want to leave. Let me leave. And women will put themselves in the front of him and say, you're not going anywhere, bitch nigga. You're not going up. And then they'll start hitting him and slapping him and waiting for him to react so they can call the cops and have him locked up. Because a woman wants control. So when the cops take him away, she knows that she has the power now. She could either show up to court and get him a charge or not show up. But she knows that while he's in holding, he's not cheating, right? While he's in holding, he can't fuck no other women. And it's that control that women love. They don't care that they're destroying this man's life. They care about the control they have over his life. If I go to court, I can tell the judge he did slap me and I never touched him. And now he has an assault, felony assault. He'd never get a job. So what woman's going to want a man that can't even work? It goes deeper, you guys. Women have been doing that for years. So that movie, Baby Boy, it wasn't just a movie. Some of y'all only saw it as a movie. I didn't. Because men go through a lot of shit with women. And if your man is cheating on you and you're getting clowned, that means you're getting clowned because you're staying. We're looking at the Jody and Yvette relationship with Blue and that Blueface and that one chick. They always hitting each other, posting videos. And y'all say to her, why don't you leave? Oh, we feel so bad for her. She's a victim. She already lost a tooth. Y'all feel so bad for her. Do you think Blueface gives a fuck about her? No. He has all these hoes. But what does she tell y'all? I can't leave him. The dick is too good. So then she's not a victim. But y'all still think she's a victim. No, she's not. She's admitted to putting her hands on him too. But nobody's going to say that though, right? Because she's a woman. So again, all the shit we see today, and no one holds these women accountable. They don't. I'm telling you, if you guys haven't seen the movie Baby Boy, please watch it. I'm going to post that scene. Because that scene, a lot of my clients that are men, they told me that's what happens. When I tell her that I'm not going to argue with you and I want to leave, she assumes I'm leaving to go get some pussy. No, men are leaving for their peace of mind. They're leaving because they don't want to knock your ass out. And what usually happens? A woman will follow him out the door yelling, you motherfucker! And what are the neighbors going to do? A woman is screaming and crying and she's upset. They're not going to tell the dispatch lady that she's following the man who's trying to get away from her. They're not going to say that to them. They want the woman to be the victim. See, because you got those women that will follow a man and still yell and scream and cuss and cry. And when cops show up, they will still say the man is the predator, even though he has his back turned walking away. So again, men go through this so much. So imagine what Chris Brown went through in that little ass Lamborghini with a loudmouth woman who's jealous and insecure about a woman that he fucked in the past. Give me your phone now. Women always want that phone so they can look at more shit to be mad at and get even more angry, right? That's what they want it for. If you think your man is cheating, leave. It is so simple. But see, men, a lot of them are not just going to leave. If they leave, they're going to make sure that they destroy your life in the process. So, fellas, if you are a cheater and you're a piece of shit like that, and you would rather just cheat instead of just drop the woman, let her go, know that you're accepting that. You're accepting her attitude, what she might do when she finds out. You're accepting that. But if you got a woman that keeps accusing you of it because you did it in the past and you're now doing better and you've changed and she's still holding that against you, y'all got to leave. Leave. Because she's never going to stop doing that until it turns out that you're in jail. Leave. If you know you've done wrong and you've paid your dues and you told her, I'm going to spend the rest of my life proving to you that I won't hurt you again, and she won't let you live it down, leave. Because everything you do, she's going to say you're cheating. And ladies, understand that men, some of them were raised by women that told them, if she puts her hands on you, you put your hands on her back. It's a fair trade. I don't care how small she is. I don't care how little she is. If she hits you, you hit back. A lot of men were raised like that. My mother told my brother that. If a woman hits you, you hit her back. How is a woman supposed to learn? Because a lot of these women, they go through life putting their hands on men and they're never held accountable. So they keep doing it until that one man says, you know what? I'm going to fight back. And now that woman's on the news for being killed because he fought back. A lot of men are not just going to sit around. They're not. Sorry, ladies. I know y'all love it when a man can't hit you back. That's what you think in your mind. But no, a lot of the men that I talk to, they were raised to fight back. What man is going to be a punching back to a woman? You got to be a stupid man to do that shit. I don't care how sweet and nice you are. Ain't no man going to sit there and put their hands behind their back while a woman starts assaulting him. If he does that, he's a simp. Period. Period. Ladies, you know better. You always say that you're strong and independent and don't need a man. So why is it so hard for you to be independent when they cheat? Answer me that. How come you guys can't just walk away? But you're strong, right? You don't need a man. That's a fucking lie. You need that dick, that good dick. And you're willing to stay in a relationship being played because you want the dick. And then you accept that relationship of him cheating. And now all of a sudden you want to be a victim. No, ladies, it won't work like that. Again, I feel bad for Chris Brown. And what we have to do is pray that he can heal from this. Because it takes a lot for a man like him to finally tell his side of the truth. Because he knows that people are going to say he's lying. But did anybody ever know that he wanted to kill himself? Y'all see him dancing and having fun. And y'all don't even know that these men inside, they're dying inside. He said he was contemplating suicide. That's powerful for a celebrity to say that. And that's a man. Men don't really open up and say that type of stuff. Not to no strangers. He wanted to kill himself. That's powerful, guys. So again, all I'm saying is even if no one believes his story, I do. You don't have to believe it. I do. Nobody believed Johnny Depp either when he said that Amber Heard was a piece of shit and she was crazy. They believed Amber Heard when she said that he was a sex crazed maniac, right? Abuser. And then y'all heard she was taking shits in beds. And y'all was like, damn, she is crazy. Then y'all heard his friends telling the truth about how she was abusing him. Well, why didn't Johnny Depp say anything? Why didn't he open it? Because he was protecting the woman like most men do. Most men protect women. They don't want them to have that aggressor background. They don't want them to be labeled as the villain. He did what Chris Brown did. He protected a piece of shit. That's what he did. Because I'm telling you, men, y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all better stop doing that because they're not doing it for you. Women are not putting their reputation on the line to protect yours. I can guarantee you that shit. If they have any opportunity to throw you under the bus, they throw that shit full hand. So y'all got to stop doing that. Stop protecting these women who are wrong. It's called accountability. If you keep doing that, the next person might not be so nice. And it could be worse. Or she can be killed because she tried to ruin somebody else's life and they weren't having it. So know that you're not really protecting them. You're putting them in more danger for the next person to probably kill them. Because a lot of men are not going to accept lies like that. They're not. Well, hey, she's already given me a death sentence. So I might as well finish it off. You got those type of men too. So again, Stop protecting these women. If your woman puts her hands on you, you call the cops like they would do you. Because I'm telling you, they're not protecting you guys. So why are y'all doing this for them? Fight back. Y'all, either you're gonna fight back or call the cops. Which one are you gonna do? But don't accept a woman putting her hands on you, fellas. I know a lot of y'all want to stay for the kids and the family and you love her, but no, that's not love. It's not love, fellas. A woman putting her hands on you isn't love. If you know that you're a cheater and she's accepting that, it's only going to get worse until something really bad happens. Don't be afraid to cut her off. If she's getting lazy in the bed, leave. Let her go. And if you're telling her that you don't want to be with her, she puts her hands on you, get her ass locked up so she can learn her lesson. But don't stick around, fellas. I don't care how good the pussy is. If it's attached to a crazy woman, you're signing your life away. Know that. Because if you make her mad, I'm telling you, she's not going to protect you. I'm telling you that now. I'm telling you that now. They can get away with a lot of shit. I told you guys, all it takes is a couple of tears and an accusation, and a woman will win every time. A woman can go into a room and tell her man, a woman inboxed me on Facebook and said you were fucking her. And I said, you're lying. And then she sent me your dick. And she can walk up to him and start punching him in the face. Punching him. Right? And he hit her once. She runs out the room and calls 911. He's done. Even though she was the aggressor. Cops are not going to care. They're going to say, well, you're bigger. Why didn't you walk away? She was hitting me. It was a reflex action from being hit. So you still put your hands on her. When are we going to get past that? When are we going to tell men it's okay to defend yourself no matter how small the woman is? Because a lot of these women can pack a punch. They really can, guys. Everybody's face is sensitive. If you hit somebody in their nose, I don't care how tiny you are. If you hit them good in their nose, they will bleed. I promise you. It doesn't take a 5'8" woman, 300 pounds to make a man's nose bleed. I've caused nosebleeds on the court, basketball. Bigger men than me, trying to go for the ball. It's not hard. Everybody's faces have the same mechanics in most cases. They all have a nose. If you hit it good enough, it will bleed. You don't have to put that much pressure or force on it. Hit him good enough. Hit him on that top. But people tend to think that because he's bigger, there's no way she can hurt him. I don't believe it. Well, guys, you heard the story. And I hope that hearing Chris Brown's side, you guys can now look at him differently and not judge him. Even if it took him 13 years, I actually have more respect for him. Because if it had been me, I would have ruined Rihanna a long time ago. He's nicer than me. I would not wait no 13 years to say my side. If I see her on Oprah and all these other shows getting these endorsement deals, now she's a billionaire. She should be thanking Chris Brown that she's a billionaire today. She should be thanking Chris Brown today that she's a billionaire. I guarantee you she would not have been a billionaire if it found out that she assaulted him first and she was the aggressor. Look at Amber Heard. She might get a movie eventually, but she lost a lot too. Amber Heard did lose a lot. No way somebody's going to give her a big role knowing what she did, right? Women lose too. All I'm saying is that Rihanna would not be a billionaire today if it hadn't been for Chris. Okay, let me see. I'm looking at some of y'all comments here. Yeah, Desmond said, it's to the point that a woman can physically kill a man and get no jail time. I agree. You know, because society tends to look at us women as innocent little flowers. We can't do no wrong. We can't do no damage to a man. And in reality, guys, we can. We can. We could do a lot of damage to a man. Some women don't even have to touch a man to damage him. Let me say that again. Some women don't even have to physically touch a man to destroy him. Not damage, but destroy. All they have to do is use that tongue that's inside of their mouth. That's it. They don't have to touch you. They don't have to hug you. They don't have to look at you. All they have to do is say that something happened. And that man is forever damaged. And I say forever because there's no coming back from that. When you're accused of sexual assault or abuse, anything that has to do with hurting a woman, it is 10 times harder. It's like credit. Y'all know when it comes to your credit, right? You can spend 15 years building the perfect credit score, but miss a car payment one time and let that shit hit your credit. That one miss will seem like those 15 years didn't even matter. That's what it's like being a man. That's what it is like being a man. He can have a perfect reputation, and one woman can lie. They don't see no history of it, but she can come out and say, he forced me to suck his dick. No evidence, no proof, no nothing. Just that tongue moving in her mouth. And that man is forever destroyed. That's dangerous. So I'm telling you, fellas, you got to choose wisely who you're messing with. Choose wisely. Take your time, because it's a dangerous game out here. You got women getting these settlements, these big ass settlements for some shit that never happened. They just said it happened, but there's no proof. That's the world we live in today. And y'all still don't see the trend? Y'all so worried about what Kanye West said and Kyrie Irving said that y'all don't care about the truth. And even if you don't like these black men, there's some truth to what they're saying. Again, y'all keep calling Kanye West crazy. He's not crazy. A lot of the stuff he's saying, it does make you think. You got people like Shaq, who I used to like and appreciate because his shoes back in the day were affordable for families that couldn't afford Jordans. But you got him and Charles Barkley calling Kyrie Irving an idiot. And yet these two men both wore wigs and dresses. They sold out. They're not going to say anything to mess up their endorsements with Subway and Icy Hot, right? That money over morals is what a lot of these black men are doing today. So they're going to do like LeBron James and say, well, maybe Kyrie Irving said something that was wrong. He needs to fix it. Kyrie Irving don't got to do a damn thing. Whenever a man or a woman that's black starts to seek knowledge, you're going to lose a lot of people in the process. They don't want you to know the truth. That's why they said if you want to trick a black person, put it in the book, because they're not going to read a book. They'll go on Facebook every day and not read a book. That's how you get them. Put it in the book. So we're judging a black man for sharing something that is still on Amazon, and the CEO is a Jewish guy who hasn't taken it down. Do y'all get where I'm going at? So a lot of the stuff Kanye West said, there's some truth to that, y'all. Even if you don't want to hear it. Kanye West knew if he said the stuff he said, he was going to lose money. But he didn't give a fuck. Kanye West, it's morals over money. But other black men, it's money over morals. That's who you have to be worried about. So again, guys, the truth, no one wants the truth. They don't care about the truth. And if you go and seek it, you'll be judged. Like I told you guys, my first Instagram got shut down for a video that's shared on every platform. I still haven't gotten my Instagram back. 87,000 followers is what I had. I know that might not sound like a lot to people, but those were followers that it took me years to build. And Instagram came and shut me down. And I honestly believe what started that was me bringing up Cardi B. Reebok said, we support women who abuse men. We do not support men that abuse women. Women can come out and say, I used to abuse men and drug them and rob them and have trannies violate them. And they would still get a Reebok deal. But a black man can't say a rap lyric of something that never happened, but it's just to narrate the song, make the song sound better, and he'll lose it all. Rick Ross. Y'all call Rick Ross a rapist over Pop the Molly in her drink, and she didn't even know it. It was just a rap lyric. Just a stupid ass rap lyric. Was it a dumb rap lyric? Possibly. But you got women that say way worse. Cut off your balls, make you eat them. They talk about some shit too. Listen to some of these low-level rappers who make it big over some nasty shit. You even got Glorilla. FNF means fuck nigga free. Fuck nigga free. I'm free of all fuck niggas, meaning black men. And y'all, hey, let's go. Hey, y'all, that's my jam. Fuck nigga free. But if a man came out with a song, eliminate bitches, or something like that, y'all will take that literally, right? Oh, he's talking about not caring about black women. He's talking about fuck bitches. He's talking about black. Like I said, guys, y'all pick and choose your battles. Men can get clowned and belittled, and he got a little dick. He ain't even that cute. Y'all can body shame men, talk bad about men, lie on black men, talk about their hairline, talk about their height, talk about who they're dating, and that's acceptable. But a man can't do the same to a woman. He would be done. Y'all remember Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish? Y'all, I knew something was crazy about them. I knew Ari Spears was a pervert. Look at him. He's fat. He's ugly. Y'all were using his old picture of when he looked attractive to you guys to talk about him now. Look at him now. Y'all supposed to actually look better now, not worse. You women body shamed and judged him when that shit came out. But when that woman retracted her statement because she knew she was going to be in some trouble, and they were both found out to be telling the truth, y'all didn't give Ari Spears that same energy. Like I said, the hate came from him talking about Lizzo. They didn't give a damn about that video. They didn't care about what happened in that movie, that skit. They were still mad about him saying Lizzo was built like the shit emoji. That's his opinion. You women will go hard for a celebrity that won't even look your way, that won't even check on your well-being. That's the problem with women. Women will sit there and protect a celebrity who doesn't give a flying fuck about them, but will go hard for them, risk their jobs for them, risk their lives for them. That's an illness. That is an illness. And it needs to be fixed. Y'all going too hard for these people. You do. But you won't go hard for a black man that was found innocent. A black man that's found innocent? Oh, no. Y'all lie. He must have paid the person off to retract it. Oh, I still don't believe it. We still can't believe men. Right? Me Too has conditioned these women to believe anything a woman says, even if there's holes in the story. Well, she did say she was walking away. Okay, now she's saying he was hanging out the window. Now she's saying he was on top of the car. I mean, come on, you guys. Come on. Eventually, y'all got to start using your heads and say, you know what? This story don't sound right. Let me wait for the evidence to come out before I support this woman fully. That's all I'm saying to you guys. If ever a woman comes out and says something happened to her, at least wait for the full story. Because y'all been hearing Megan Thee Stallion story for 2.5 years. But we've never really heard Tory's because there's a gag on him. He can't speak. Why, guys? Why? You know, Chris Brown didn't have a gag on him. He could have told his truth years ago, right? And y'all say that black men don't protect y'all. Get the fuck out of here. Black men do protect you guys. He protected Rihanna for 13 years. Now he's telling his truth. He ain't wrong for that. She's a billionaire. She'll be all right. Chris Brown isn't a billionaire, though. Chris Brown isn't really his last album didn't really do that well. And I remember somebody saying, well, if you didn't put your hands on Rihanna, you would have a better career. I wonder if she took that statement back. No, because they still believe that Rihanna was the victim based off of her picture. That's all. They saw a busted lip, a bruise on the eye, and everything she says is now believable. But that's what happens when you assault somebody and they fight back. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. I think it is. And I think a lot of women need to be checked. Because if Facebook and Twitter and Instagram was to shut down for a week, the suicide rates would be higher in women. I guarantee you that. Women thrive off of social media. They need it to survive. They do. They want to check on their celebrity that they praise so bad, who they look at and worship every day. They got kids at home that ain't even eating right. They got kids at home that they're not even making sure that they straight. They're more concerned about Lizzo and Beyonce and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. All these people who haven't paid not one bill for them. Why? Why do y'all go so hard for these celebrities that don't even know who you are? They don't care about you. At least tell me that the woman paid your rent and it's personal. Okay, she paid your rent. I get why you going. But y'all, come on. You got women sending me death threats over something I didn't even do to them personally. It's an illness. These women are sick. Ask yourself how somebody can create a group called Buy Daphne and have 36,000 people support it. You would think I killed someone, right? Y'all would think that I actually killed someone for someone to create a hate group about me. Ask yourself why when Kevin Samuels died, women created a death party where they celebrated him being dead. They were happy he was dead. Y'all think that them making a group about me is something new? I think the worst thing I've ever seen black women do was celebrate the death of Kevin Samuels. Yes, Kitten Hills is dead. That's what you get, bitch nigga. I bet you won't talk about nobody else now. Those maggots are going to enjoy eating you. You should have saw the comments. These women are dangerous. And nobody held them accountable. YouTube didn't take them down. YouTube didn't give them a strike. There was a woman who created a YouTube just to bash him being dead. And she went up 50,000 subscribers overnight. And y'all telling me that it's not possible for somebody to have a hate group for me on Facebook? Y'all out of y'all damn mind if y'all don't think women don't got that much control. They can create a group where they're bashing black men, making fun of the fact that they're dead, forgetting that these men have mothers, sisters, kids who are going to see how much hate you guys have for their father, who didn't do nothing to you specifically. These women decided to call in and be called a two. If I knew that Kevin Samuels was an image consultant and he gives you a rating, why the fuck would I sign a waiver and still call into his show? Because I want the clout. What y'all need to realize is that 90% of those women that were called a two, they asked for it. They joined his show. He didn't just randomly put people online. They had to fill out a waiver. I saw it. And yeah, y'all thought he hated women. No, he didn't. Y'all just hate honesty. Women do not like the truth. If they're not going to hold each other accountable, why would they want a black man holding them accountable? That's all I'm saying. You can hate somebody all you want, but to celebrate them being dead when they have a mother who has to see that, I think that's just low. I think a lot of these women really do need help. They do, but they're not going to admit it. Y'all over here defending people that don't even they don't even know you exist. You're just making them millions, right? Y'all over here risking your lives that you don't really have good lives already, and you're risking those lives to say that this person, doesn't deserve this and that. How do you know what they deserve? And I'm tired of people saying Meg the Stallion, she just goes through life and minds her business, and people still talk about her. That's a whole lie. We watched Meg the Stallion and her so-called ex-friend go at it. Bitch, I paid your bills. I made sure your rent was paid, bitch. Made sure you ate. That's what Meg said to her friend. So her friend said, and I did your homework, bitch. And I got you that bachelor's. See, nobody held Megan accountable for not even getting her degree the right way. Here I am with 4 college degrees that I got on my own. And Meg the Stallion had somebody else do her homework for her. And y'all don't even hold her accountable for being a fraud. Because y'all love these people. Y'all praise these people. I don't see men doing this to other celebrities where they're willing to die for a celebrity that don't even know them. But women will do it. So like I said, guys, understand that, hearing this about Chris Brown, I hope that you guys have a different understanding about him, that this man protected that woman for 13 years. 13 years. And every time he did something wrong, he had to be reminded of it. And like I told you guys, Chris Brown might have been in trouble for snatching somebody's phone who was at a private party and she was told not to take any pictures and she still did it. So he took her phone and they said that was assault. No, that's theft. He might have did little bitty things like that, but he never physically punched the shit out of another woman since that incident happened. Has he been in trouble? That woman that broke into his house, he had every right to threaten that bitch with a gun. If you got into his house, that means that you know some shit, right? You must have a gun or something. Because you knew I would eventually come home. He had every right to threaten that woman. She broke into his shit. That woman knew the background of Chris Brown. Some of them do it so that he can assault them and they can get paid. But y'all wanted to paint this narrative like he threatened her and was going to beat her with the gun. I wouldn't have been mad if he did that. If you break into my house, I'm beating the fuck out of you. I'm not going to escort you out nicely. The cops showed up outside his house thinking that he was the one doing something wrong when that woman broke into his house. He had every right, guys. But y'all would sit there and flip the script and say, well, he did hit Rihanna. So what if that was a woman he was having sex with and he left her there and now he's trying to kick her out? No, that female broke into that man's house. He was startled. So yeah, he did threaten her. He wasn't supposed to have a gun because of the assault on Rihanna. So do you see how these men have to live their lives? And all those women that said that Chris Brown sexually assaulted them, and he came out with the proof on each one. Y'all still won't let this man live it up that he did that to Rihanna. I'm just saying, guys, when are y'all gonna start holding these women accountable for the wrongdoings that they did to these men? I remember when that woman said on December 31st of 2021 that Trey Songz raped her. Well, it's almost a year later. Trey Songz hasn't been locked up for any of these accusations. 20 women can say that he did it. The conviction is what matters. The truth is, a lot of y'all women know that Trey Songz loves sex and he loves beautiful women. So ask yourself why these women put themselves in a position where they were even in his company if he's such a pervert. Why the fuck were you on a boat party where women were flashing and sucking dick in the first place? Y'all have a choice not to be around these guys that you're calling predators, but you keep doing it. Fellas, eventually you got to get the game. The game is, if I'm in the vicinity, I can say it happened. That's what they're doing. She said Trey raped her. And to this day, no one has proved what she said to be true. 3 other women said, well, he touched me too. All 3 of those cases were dropped. So when are y'all going to give Trey Songz his respect? Y'all were calling him R. Kelly. Y'all were saying he did that. I know he did it. All these women can't be wrong. Yes, they can be wrong. They're fucking groupies. They're groupies. Yes, they can. When they see other women profiting off of lies, they jump on the boat too. That's what it is. I keep telling y'all, 5 groupies can get into a room and say, look, we're about to go to this boat party. Trey Songz and Chris Brown is going to be there. Let's be around them as much as we can for evidence that we were at the party. Let's even go on Snapchat and show everybody that here we are at the party. Hey! Then after the party, we can say that they touched us. They groped us. That's how easy it is. They have the proof that they were there. They just don't have the proof that they touched them. But being that somebody accused them before, it's easier to believe that they're telling the truth. That's how you women function. I don't fall for it. A lot of these women, they do this on purpose. The Hyena Club. They get into a big group of women and they go to where they know these celebrities are going to be just to set them up. These celebrities don't have a clue. They're just making their appearance. They're getting paid $100,000 to go to this club. Women know they're going to be there. So they're going to purposely say he did something there because he was there. And he might not even look their way. So again, guys, understand that this is what happens. This is what happens. Women get favor. They do. So, like I said, guys, it really saddens me that even after finding out the truth, people still don't believe Chris. Well, Chris Brown, if you're listening, I believe you. And I'm sorry you went through that. And you're not alone. There's millions and millions and millions of men that are suffering in silence over protecting a woman who put their hands on him. And people say, well, why can't he record? When you're in a domestic situation, the last thing you're thinking of is, I'm going to record this woman hitting me. That's the last thing. The only way you can get somebody on camera is if the camera's already in the living room up on the wall. Bring them to the living room and let them hit you there. But it's rare that a man can use his phone to do that because she's going to destroy everything he has in that moment. Again, guys, men go through this every day, being assaulted by a female and nobody believes him. They go off of his size. They go off of what he looks like. And they don't believe it. But a woman can sit there and cry all day and say he did it, and people will believe it. So I'm just praying and hoping that eventually people can start seeing the bullshit. It shouldn't take me to break it down for you guys. You got to start listening to what people are saying and waiting for the truth to come out. Because if we believe people right off of what they say, it's going to be a dangerous game. Y'all said it wasn't fair that they believed Caroline Bryant, right? Without hearing Emmett's side, right? So why can't we do that now in modern day? How come we can't wait to hear Tory's side before we say that Megan is the victim? A woman who already has assault on her record. Because had it have been Tory saying that Megan was doing this and he silenced Megan, y'all would bring up Tory's background, right? Okay, so let's do that for Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion had a domestic background for putting her hands on her last boyfriend. And she said, yeah, he started hitting me. Then when I started hitting him, the cops showed up. Not believing that story. Sorry, don't believe it. I don't believe it. She said it, but I don't believe it. But when a woman has a history already of putting her hands on men, you mean to tell me that she's innocent in this whole thing? Nobody wants to bring up Meg Thee Stallion's background, but y'all do it to black men every single day. Every single day y'all bring up what a black man did years ago, right? But we can't do that for black women. Well, I do it for y'all. Meg Thee Stallion had put her hands on her ex-boyfriend and got charged for that. Went to jail for that. Her mugshot is online. And then she gets in trouble with Tory Lanez. And we're supposed to believe that she just didn't do nothing? Kylie Jenner's party, everybody says she was crazy drunk. Y'all know what crazy drunk means? Then you find out that this man was fucking you and your best friend. You just got betrayed. So that heightens the whole situation. Meg Thee Stallion isn't small either. She's a stallion, right? She's built, right? Tory Lanez is smaller than her. But still, Meg is the victim. So again, guys, when the truth comes out, if it is proven that, because I mean, he didn't have gunshot residue on his hands. Anytime you fire a gun, you can't escape that powder. You can't. The residue, you can't escape that. You can't. They didn't find it on his hands, but they found it on Kelsey's hands. So what does that tell you guys? If anybody has ever watched a crime show, if gunshot residue is on one person's hand, but not on the other, I'm going to assume the one that it's on is probably the one that had the fucking gun. Right? So again, guys, we're not going to sit up here and say that Meg just minds her own business. That's not true. Then when your favorite celebrity, Cardi B, made fun of someone being abused by a man, y'all still ain't holding Cardi B accountable. That is how much favor that women get. Welcome to the new modern day of living, where women can say and do anything and never be held accountable. And if you are a woman holding another woman accountable, know that you will lose social media pages, you'll get death threats, and you'll be silenced. Facebook put me on a 30-day ban for sharing a video of a black woman lighting her boyfriend's car on fire after finding out he cheated. They said that was a violence on the car. I was on a 30-day ban for violence on a car. It was a video that I had shared 2 years ago. And all of a sudden, I'm on a ban for 30 days. So y'all can't tell me anything. They're out to silence people who know too much, or they're holding people accountable. I lost my Instagram page, guys. My first one. That didn't feel too good. It didn't. But I'm back. That's what happens when you're doing right. When you're doing wrong, you get whatever you want. It's called selling your soul. Cardi B still hasn't been held accountable for her lies, right? For what she did to men, because nobody spoke up. Well, I see why they don't speak up. No one's going to believe you anyway. They ain't going to believe you. They're going to say, quit playing. Quit looking for clout, right? So I'm hoping that today you guys got something out of that. At least have a little bit more respect for Chris Brown. Nobody's perfect. But what Rihanna did in that moment, she hasn't done enough. I needed to see more done to let Chris Brown know that you're sorry. Just saying it isn't enough. You gotta do. This man has lost a lot in 13 years, guys. Y'all called him crackhead. Y'all said he was on drugs. But you know, for him to say that this has haunted him since it happened and that he wanted to kill himself, that explains why he was going downhill. He's probably like, hell, my life is over anyway. I already got a domestic thing on my record. I might as well just go ahead and ride this tidal wave right down into the depths. I don't care. Y'all don't ever stop to think about their mental health, huh? It ain't important. But hey, Rihanna gets to do the Super Bowl. Yay! Right? She's still getting the bag. She ain't did an album in what, 7 years? And she's still getting rewarded. Ain't that something? You go, Rihanna. Lied on camera. Ain't made a hit in 7 years. And you get to do the Super Bowl. You go, girl. So why wouldn't women lie when they see people like Rihanna getting rewarded? When they see people like Meg Thee Stallion signing deals with all these people on TV and stuff after lying on a black man. Why wouldn't they write that tidal wave of lying when they see the rewards of it? I guarantee you when they start locking these women up, the lying will cease. Until then, you're going to hear about a lot of things that are not true. Because that's what women do. They follow the trend. It's okay to lie. It's a little lie is what they call it. Well, it's not a little lie if it's destroying somebody's whole reputation, right? But again, ask yourself why the Super Bowl chose Rihanna out of all people. Usually they choose people who are still out and relevant. She's just doing makeup and having a bastard baby. That's all she did and got the Super Bowl. It would be different if Rihanna just put an album out. But she has not put an album out. When's the last time Rihanna had a real hit? Y'all can't even tell me that. And I don't want to see is when Chris Brown hit her. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying when's the last time she actually made some music where it just killed the game? It's been a long time. She should not be doing the Super Bowl. I'm going to say that again. She shouldn't be doing the Super Bowl. They should have gave that to Chris Brown. I think he would have been a better choice. But because people think that he still abused her, that wouldn't have worked out, right? That wouldn't have worked out. But if you want to look at both of their catalogs, you know Chris Brown deserves it more. That would have helped him put food on his table. That would have been like his reward for all the suffering that he's went through, right? But now we have to hear Rihanna sing Disturbia and all these sad songs when the Super Bowl is supposed to get you hyped. I'm just saying, Rihanna don't really got a lot of music that's going to get you hyped. Unless it had Pharrell in it, Eminem in it, Jay-Z in it. Other than that, what she got? So all I'm saying, you guys, is I just said my opinion and how I feel. And I think Rihanna is 100% wrong. I think she should not do the Super Bowl. And I think she should issue a public apology on her Instagram. Ladies, putting your hands on a man is never okay. And 13 years ago, I did that. And it caused me to be hit back. I deserve that for the things that I did to initiate. I assaulted someone and they fought back. And I rode that tidal wave of everybody blaming him. But it wasn't him. I started it. I was the aggressor. And even though I know it doesn't mean anything now because it's 13 years later, I just want this person to know that I'm sorry. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to show you that I'm sorry. I've started a foundation for men who have suffered assault in the hands of a woman. That's where I'm starting with. And I would love for him to coordinate this with me so we can make it better. I've also had Johnny Depp help us out too. That would be something that I would respect Rihanna for. You got to go public. Don't say it all small, low level in passing. Oh, yeah, I was wrong. Do a big statement. Do it big. Like y'all did it big. When you went on Oprah, that was doing it big. So now go on Gail's show. Do it big when you apologize to somebody. Don't do me no low level stuff. I want you to do it big. And then I'll respect Rihanna. Until then, I'm holding Rihanna accountable every day. And if anybody's following Chris Brown, let him know you understand what he's going through. Like I said, guys, at the end of the day, accountability means accepting what you did wrong and giving them the same energy that you gave them when you were wrong. She didn't do that for him. So I don't want to hear from you ladies saying that, well, she retracted it years later. Show me the video of her on somebody's big platform saying she's sorry and what she's going to do to rectify it. NFL, even though I know you guys gave me this big ticket, because Rihanna don't need it. Rihanna don't need to perform at the Super Bowl. She's a billionaire, you guys. She's already rich. But I would have respected her if she said, I want to actually ask Chris Brown if he wants to do half the show and I'll do the other half to say I'm sorry. Something like that. Something big and bold. And telling women, look, if you're in a relationship where, he cheated on you or he hurt your feelings, walk away. Do not put your hands on him. Because a man can only take so much, ladies. They can only take so much. And we are not victims if we hit them first. We are the aggressors. When am I going to hear something like that, you guys? We'll never hear it, right? Did Cardi B come out and say, even though none of my victims came out and said I was wrong, I started a foundation for men who are sexually abused by women. None of these women are doing that. That's too much, guys. They can't go that deep. That'll really make them lose followers and fans, right? They won't do that. So until they do something like that, then I'll respect them. But just saying in passing that you're sorry isn't enough. That's all I'm saying, guys. Because Chris Brown stayed silent, Rihanna is a billionaire today. And y'all say that black men don't protect black women? That's the greatest example. If protecting black women was a man, it would be Chris Brown. Because I'm telling you, woo, he's better than me. I would have made sure she would have had enough wigs to cover that forehead for a long time. I would have went in. But because Chris Brown stayed quiet, she was able to go through life and bed hop with Drake and that billionaire, and now she has a bastard kid with a rapper with a rap sheet. He ain't had a hit in a long time. That's what usually happens when you're wrong. Yeah, they gave her the Super Bowl. Great for her. But how many people are actually gonna watch it? I'm just being honest. Rihanna is more for the women, not for the men. I ain't never heard a man say, "Yeah, I was listening to this song by Rihanna," unless it had Jay-Z in it, unless it had Pharrell in it. But I don't hear a lot of men say that Rihanna song went hard. I listened to that before I went out in the field. Nope. Chris Brown got way more hits that are for men and women. See, when Super Bowl picks somebody, you got to pick somebody that caters to both audiences. But they said, fuck it. We just going to get one for Rihanna. This sounds like more like sympathy. We have to get a woman. We have to bring a woman on. Right? Because they know Rihanna ain't for the man either. They know that she's 90% women, 10% men. I'm just keeping it 100 because nobody else is going to say this. I say it. Y'all know good when hell your homeboy ain't bumping Rihanna in his whip. But I bet you he'll bump Chris Brown. That man got hits for days. He was compared to Michael Jackson. And yet you don't choose Chris Brown? He would have been the perfect choice. He could dance his ass off. I don't care what he's going through. When he's on stage, all that go out the window. He gonna give you a show. Rihanna's just gonna stand there and man. That's all you gonna hear. That shit ain't hype. I ain't gonna want to listen to it. No offense. I'm just saying. For Super Bowl, that ain't the right pick. I want somebody to be dancing, flipping, sweating, all that. Give me a show. I do not want to see someone standing there and just blabbing. That ain't fun. So again, they chose her to get the women back in. You know, women are suffering so much these days. You got Meg Thee Stallion. I'd be surprised if Meg Thee Stallion isn't brought out for the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, you guys, I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. Can someone name me a hit that Rihanna had by herself that's going to get the crowd jumping? And I don't want to hear nothing with nobody in it. No featuring. An actual, authentic Rihanna song that's going to get... Now, she's going to have to go back into time and play Pun the Replay, probably. Turn the music up. Maybe that song will get people hyped. But I'm just saying, guys, she ain't had a hit in 7 years. But Chris Brown has had multiple hits. Fine China was a damn blast. He can start with Fine China if he wanted to. That man got so many hits by himself, it's crazy. It's crazy. But he ain't going to get that attention. Because it's Chris Brown, right? So now we're going to be stuck with the that's what it sounds like when I hear her sing. Y'all be thinking this woman can blow? That's studio. I heard her live. Sounds like a cat scratching a chalkboard. And y'all just be, oh, she can sing? Oh my gosh, no, she can't. She's never been a singer. Y'all know she ain't. She ain't no singer. Just like saying Drake can sing. Drake is a harmonizer. There's a difference. Usher can sing. Chris Brown can sing. R. Kelly can sing. Those are singers. But people that are just harmonizing, your Omarions, your Sierras, your Rihannas, those are people who can't sing, who you would not book to sing at a live concert, right? So I'm just saying, you guys, I'm just saying my piece. And I hope that a lot of people can, understand where I'm coming from. But at the end of the day, women get favored. They chose Rihanna because a lot of things like this Meg Thee Stallion thing, they're trying to save face. We do like black women. We support black women. That's why we're getting a black woman who hasn't had a hit in 7 years, who just had a bastard child. That's why we're getting her to do the Super Bowl. That's like hiring somebody that's like hiring a personal trainer who ain't worked out in 7 years to come in and personal train some people. I'm like, you can't teach me shit. You ain't done nothing in 7 years. That's what they're doing with Rihanna. Ain't had no hit. Now she has this song with Black Panther that's really sad, but you can't sing that at a Super Bowl. You just can't. At Super Bowl, you have to have upbeat music. You can't sing them ballads. You can't. You can't. Everybody's hype, especially if their team is losing. You're going to make it worse. Right? I'm just saying, you guys, when you're pretty, you get favor. When you ugly, they don't give a fuck. If you ugly, you better have a nice body. That's how it is when you're a woman in the industry. If you're not so good looking, your body better be good looking. That's all I'm saying. You have to pick up. You can't be ugly with no body. How many people are in the industry right now that are females that are not attractive and they don't have a good looking body? They either have one or the other. They're very pretty with not a good looking body, or they're not so cute but their body is banging. Tell me I'm wrong. You ain't got that many women that look like, look a whole mess coming out there unless they got something to make up for it. If you ugly, you better know how to sing and you better have a nice body. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. Exactly. Sir Night Wolf, exactly. She got pregnant by A$AP Rocky, who probably has a net worth of $1 million, and she's a billionaire, and had a bastard baby by him. And y'all over here praising their relationship. He almost went to prison. See, y'all love them criminals. That's all I'm saying. Y'all love the men with a record. It's a turn on. Then you get mad when he gets locked up and your son grows up without a dad. You chose that man. A$AP Rocky ain't clean. He almost went to prison. And she still let that man skeet in her. That's all I'm saying. She chose them. Now, I guarantee you their relationship is not going to last. Just like I said with these Instagram women that are getting pregnant by these men. When they had the baby, everything changes all of a sudden, right? Now you see that he ain't shit. Now you see that he has a criminal record. Oh, so you couldn't see that when he was dicking you down. Got it. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. When men found out that she got pregnant by A$AP Rocky, they was like, wow, really? Out of all men? But they love them criminals, y'all. Something about it. Something about it. Lori Harvey went back to Future. Something about that man being, Percocet, Miley Perc. They love that. She only got back with Future because Future's not going to ask her to marry him. Future's on the go. See, some women like those men that would just throw thousands of dollars in their pocket and then go on the road. I ain't got to worry about this man saying he wants the picket fence and the family. Michael B. Jordan wanted the picket fence and family. Lori Harvey doesn't want that. She wants to be on the go. She wants to get flued out and then have sex and then throw you off. Thank you. Have a good day. That's what they like. So all I'm saying, you guys, is if you're not looking at all these patterns on here, then I can't help you anymore. All I'm saying is Rihanna needs to do a public apology to Chris Brown. A public one. And she needs to also use some of that billionaire money and open up a shelter or something for men who have been abused in the hands of a woman. Because it happens every day. But that just doesn't sound normal to us, right? Men being abused by women, it starts when they're boys. That's all I'm saying. If y'all don't want to believe me, that's fine. But again, I said my piece. All I'm saying is I just feel in this moment there can be more done to let people know that Chris Brown wasn't wrong. Because y'all love bringing up 2009. He should have just got a shirt that says 2009. Because that's where people are going to go every time he messes up, right? So all I'm saying, you guys, is we definitely got to do better. We do. We do. And if you still support Rihanna because she made a mistake, that's bigger than a mistake. It is. And if y'all want to say that black men don't protect black women, Chris Brown is a prime example of that. So again, I hope that somebody got something out of today's show. I was really upset when I saw this late. I'm more mad that I just caught this. I don't even know how that CelebriD page got it. All I know is that that's Chris Brown, and he said his truth. And when he said that he even contemplated suicide, that hit home. Because that's what a lot of men say. When nobody believes you and when people judge you, you just be like, okay, I ain't got nothing else to live for. They already say I'm this and that. If I die, I won't have to hear those voices anymore. I won't have to see the posts that they make anymore. They think that's the best way out. Well, fellas, if you're thinking like that, please don't think like that. You are worth it. Even if the society doesn't think you are worth it to be on this earth too. You are. Killing yourself actually gives them the power because you're telling them that everything they said to you, you felt it and it was true. So you took the easy way out. Don't do that. If you have to spend your life, pleading your truth, do that. But don't give up. And that's probably why Chris Brown has daughters, right? Because they're sensitive, they care, they love you. I'm not saying boys don't, but maybe he needed a daughter in his life. He loves his kids. So again, we never heard of Chris Brown actually punching another woman or fighting another woman. We've heard of instances where women were in his path knowing that they were wrong. So it's easy to say that the women were the victims because of what y'all think he did in 2017. We have to start believing men too. That's all I'm saying. Please do not listen to this narrative of just believe one side of the story. You guys are believing Meg the Stallion offered just her side, and we haven't even heard Tory's full side yet. And now they don't have court to December the 7th. This case has been going on for almost 3 years. I've never heard of a black man who shot somebody being free like that this long. Never. It's almost unheard of. If they had enough evidence, like Meg said, oh, we have jail calls and we have text messages, do you think he would still be out right now? No. He would be locked up already, guys. Y'all know how they do black men. So something ain't adding up. Tory can't be telling 100% lies if he's still out making music right now. Because if they had enough evidence that secured his conviction, he would either be convicted already or waiting in jail until this all played out. But he's not in jail. All that happened was she put a no gag order on Tory. But she can come out and tell Gail and Instagram and Facebook. And mind you, Megan has told like damn near everybody her side, her 15 sides. And Tory has remained silent. That's to tell you enough. Why would they want him silenced? Because while he's silent, she's getting all these endorsement deals. She gonna need all this money that she's racking up for a reason, y'all. Because when the truth comes out, she's probably gonna be unemployed for a long time. Let it sink in why one person can't speak yet. So that's all I'm saying, guys. And the only reason why their court date just recently got pushed again, because Tory's attorney is also trying to get another black man out of prison. So he chose someone that's really good at what they do and didn't want to get nobody new. So that's why. But let's not act like it's him, the reason why this has been going on for 3 years. All I'm saying is if you have enough evidence to convict a black man, he's not going to be making music until the trial is comes up. He's going to be in jail, in holding. That's all I'm saying. If it's an open and shut case like Meg is saying it is, he wouldn't be out. There'd be enough evidence to hold him. Tell me I'm wrong. No bail. Tell me I'm wrong. So again, this has been going on for too long. And when the truth comes out, everybody's going to say, oh, okay, let me go make me some chicken real quick. He said, bro, what? Dude who killed his wife was free for 3 years before he got locked up? Knox, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So if you're going to tell me a situation where a man killed his wife and he was out for 3 years, that's not going to be enough. You just saying it. Give me some names. That's what a lot of people do. They will say, well, yeah, this one guy killed his wife and he was out for 3 years before they convicted him. That would mean they didn't have no evidence, Knox. Do you know how court works, dumbass? Oh, what? And that just tells you whoever Knox is not that smart. Knox isn't that smart. Because if they had evidence that he actually killed his wife, he wouldn't be free, Knox. That would mean they didn't have enough evidence to hold him. And it took 3 years for them to get it. So again, a lot of people like Knox are stupid ass individuals who don't know how court works. They don't know how shit works. They be watching them TV shows and they think that that's what it is. If a man killed his wife, if they had enough evidence, he would not be out. He's only out if they don't have enough evidence or a good case to hold him. Let me tell you how it works. When they bring this stuff to the DA and they try to get a prosecution, they have to make sure they're right the first time. You get one chance at it. Because then after that, you can't convict them for the same thing. You feel what I'm saying, you guys? So in the meantime, some of them will let you live outside of jail because they don't have enough evidence to bring you in. They don't have enough evidence to present their case. There's a difference, you guys, right? What I'm saying is that Meg Thee Stallion has been on every social media platform saying he shot me, telling us the whole story. And if all that was true, he wouldn't be out if they had enough evidence to hold him. That's what I'm saying, Knox. So please don't put words in my mouth and don't tell me no low-level shit like you've been saying on here. And then he said he literally admitted to doing it. Google it. When people say that, so Knox, you're about to get silenced. Okay? Because I'm not with the troll shit. I'm not with the troll shit. Bring your ass onto this panel and let us hear you speak. If you think that what I'm saying is wrong. So now what people do is they post bullshit in the comments because they're scared little bitches to come onto the panel and speak. You said, I think he's talking about that bailiff on the court show that killed his wife. Again, what's the name? If you knew this case so well, what is the names? I'm not going to Google shit. You're on my platform trying to present a case that doesn't make any fucking sense. You said a man killed his wife, a man, but you don't know the man's name. So most people who think that they're eating when they try to fire back with some shit, they don't have enough evidence to even tell you what happened. You don't even know the man's name or the wife's name. That tells me a lot right there. Guys, what I'm trying to tell you guys is that in real life, if you commit a crime and they have enough evidence, they can hold you no bail. If he actually shot Meg, like she said he did, dance, bitch, he would not be out making music. All she could do is put a no gag order on him. But if the DA had enough to get him, he would be in holding, waiting for trial. That's what I'm saying, Knox. So stop putting words in my mouth. Typically, when they don't have enough evidence on you or they don't have a case, you're able to be free until they have it. Then they issue a warrant to bring your ass back in. That is the way the law works. I worked in the court systems. I know the way this shit works. But you got dumbass people like Knox that wants to bring up an incident without using any names, and they'll say Google it. When people say Google it, that means that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. He probably got it off of media takeout. Some media takeout bullshit. Let me see. And he said, I don't know his name. Of course you don't know the name. See, and that's what I'm saying. What Knox just did is what women do today. Right? They say, but there was this one guy who actually choked his girlfriend and they arrested the girlfriend. Well, what was the name? Google it. What was the guy's name or the girl's name? I don't know their name. So how you gonna bring up a case and not even know their names? That makes no sense. That means you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you can't even give me the name. So again, guys, I'm sorry for going left like this, but you got trolls in the comments who try to, justify a lying person like Meg who told her story 15 different times. Now, y'all know when we were raised, our parents always told us that if you told the truth, you're going to stand 10 toes down on that truth. Your truth would never change, right? If you go back from Meg in 2020 when she first told everybody what happened, right? It's not the same story she told Gayle King. It changed at least 10 times. And I showed the different times it changed. When you're telling the truth, you're not going to add in something as big as Dan's bitch. We would have knew about Dan's bitch in 2020, but we didn't know about the Dan's bitch until 2022. Why would you leave something so important? That's like OJ leaving out the glove. That was the biggest part of the OJ case, the glove, because it didn't fit. So if they would have waited and years went by and then they said, oh, we found the glove, you would have been like, why the fuck didn't you mention the glove when it first happened, right? So she brought up Dan's bitch 2 years after it happened. When she went live in 2020, we never heard the Dan's bitch part, which would have been pivotal to this case, right? So again, guys, she lied. She lied. I can't stand people who think they know and they try to challenge me and they're wrong. If I knew what the fuck I was talking about, I'd say, yep, the woman's name was Jennifer Williams. The guy's name was Tony, whatever. I would have knew the names. So how you gonna bring up a case and not even know the name of the person? That's weird to me. That means that you're just trying to eat. You're trying to defend a woman who's lied 15 different times. Yeah, I do too, Slick Man. Knox is probably a huge Meg fan. He probably wears cutoff shirts and dances in front of the mirror. I'm sure, saying he's a hottie, right? So what I'm saying is, when I ask you a question and you can't even give me a good answer, then I know what we on, right? So again, Guys, I'm sorry that I even had to do that. I'm about to block this person here because when you can't give me facts, I keep it moving. But what I'm trying to tell you guys here today is that if Tory literally did all the things that Meg said he did, 10 times out of 10, he wouldn't be out. They would hold him with no bail because they have enough evidence. They know this shit's about to be wrapped up. But when they don't have enough evidence in real life, I can say I saw this guy shoot this woman, but they bring the guy in. If they don't have enough evidence, they can't take that to the DA yet until they have a good case. You can't go off of assumptions. You can't go off of evidence that's not there. Because if you take it to trial and he wins, you can't re-convict him for the same thing or try to get him for the same offense, right? So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that if Tory did these harsh things to this woman, he wouldn't be out making music. All they were able to do is gag him. That's it. He can't speak about the case publicly. That's it. But if he literally shot this woman, that would be enough to hold him, right? What they're saying is that her words isn't enough. They need more. That's why they're trying to get Kelsey to speak up, her ex-friend. She's going to be the star witness of this case and the bodyguard and whoever else was in the car, right? So again, guys, I know how the law works. It's not hard to figure it out. Again, it's not hard. Just like when we watched Johnny Depp on trial. And even though we heard everything Amber did, people still say that Johnny was lying, even though we have the proof that she was lying. So a man won't win that either. They go through a lot already is what I'm saying, guys. So again, I feel in my heart that Rihanna can do more to apologize to Chris Brown for what he's went through for 13 years. Is it ever going to be done? No, because a lot of people know that when they actually stand on the truth, it might set you free, but you might also lose money. In today's world, people thrive off of money. They will kill for money. They will steal for money. They will lie for money. The root of all evil. It's not money. It's the people that want the money, that have the money. That's the evil part. It's like guns don't kill people, but when you put them in someone's hand, they will, right? Same thing with money. So again, all I'm saying is she didn't do enough. She didn't do enough like she did to damage him. She didn't do enough to repair him. That's all I'm saying, people. And at the end of the day, I believe every word Chris Brown said. I believe it. And I just feel that if people are still going to judge him for something he did other than that. Because we know the truth to that. Someone said Beyonce, Sierra, Rihanna already don't mess with Meg Thee Stallion. Yeah, I was actually shocked when Rihanna dropped Meg Thee Stallion. If anybody remember that, Rihanna dropped Meg Thee Stallion from her Fenty line. I was shocked on that too. I think Rihanna's doing these little things to kind of say, I fucked up before too when I lied on a black man. So let me try to make it right. I think Rihanna's doing damage control because she knows what she did. Because first it was that. Now it was Johnny Depp, right? In her Fenty line. She dropped Meg Thee Stallion because she knew something that we don't. It ain't like she dropped Meg and did a song with Tory. She did no music with no Tory Lanez. So ask yourself why Rihanna dropped Meg Thee Stallion. She was a victim, right? She's the one that got shot. She's the one that said it happened to her. Why would Rihanna drop her? Make that make sense, you guys? No one's bringing that part up, though. Oh, well, her contract was getting ready to expire. So, okay, so that's what y'all want to do? Yeah, that's what y'all want to say? Meg Thee Stallion was hotter than Rihanna at that time she was helping Rihanna. Because Meg Thee Stallion was everybody's god. Out there making music, doing WAP and all that. So she was, I'm sure, bringing a lot of attention to that Fenty line. And if somebody's bringing you money, you're not going to drop them. You're going to renew their contract. She dropped her before the contract expired. So don't tell me that was the reason why she dropped her. Because if this woman, if anything, Rihanna would have made more money keeping her. Because she's a victim. Come on, you guys, use your noggins. They're right there. Use them. She would have kept Meg Thee Stallion. Oh, I need this check. This about to be big for the Fenty line. Because she's a victim. That's why Fashion Nova, that's why Popeyes, that's why all these places started giving her endorsements. Because they knew right now she was a victim. They knew that. They knew that would bring them more money. Y'all remember the hottie sauce and all that other bullshit? Come on, you guys. Use your noggin. She dropped Rihanna because she knew something. Just like when Drake was in the studio with Tory, Even though she silenced him on social media, she can't silence Tory talking to a Drake in the studio. A lot of people know the truth to what happened, and they're just waiting for Tory to be free. That's all. That's all, you guys. When Rihanna dropped Meg, I also did the side eye. Like, wouldn't you want to keep this woman? Wouldn't you want to make the money? Not if it means, keeping someone that's a liar. So, like I said, guys, at least she dropped her. You see, she was mad when the baby worked with Tory, but she didn't mind working with Cardi B when they did WAP after hearing what Cardi B did to black men. So see how I'm saying? Birds of a feather do flock together. That is so true. That is so true, Kenneth. So all I'm saying, you guys, is we look at patterns and what people do, and it kind of helps us to understand what really went down. So again, guys, I said my piece. Thank you guys for listening. I know I was loud at first, but when it comes to black men or men in general being accused, belittled, judged, and then the truth comes out, I'm trying to give it the energy nobody else is giving. So yeah, I'm going to scream sometimes. I'm going to get loud because that's what they didn't get when the truth came out. CNN ain't breaking this. They're not going to break this story because it doesn't matter. Well, it happened 13 years ago, so really it doesn't matter. Well, he should have spoke 13 years ago. Well, I'm glad Chris Brown finally spoke up. Just like when I played you guys Little Scrappy on Love and Hip Hop told his mother how he felt growing up in a whorehouse. His mother being so hard, his wife being so hard that he can't go to either of them. So his mental health is all fucked up. Men go through that every day. A lot of these single mothers think they did a great job raising their sons. You failed them. Because instead of buying them Jordans and Fendi and Prada and Gucci, you should have got him a counselor. You should have got him help. And he would have turned out to be even better. You failed them. Y'all not doing a good job because you can buy them expensive clothes. Fuck that. These boys need counseling and healing, especially if they witness you and your baby daddy arguing all the time, him leaving you, and you telling the son that he left both of y'all. He needs counseling. When are y'all going to use that money you spend on Jordans to get him a counselor? That's helping your son or daughter. That's helping them. Not those white names that they're wearing. That's not helping them. So again, guys, I look at stuff like that. You're not a single mother doing it all. You're a single mother not doing enough. That's the truth. Let's call that shit what it is. You're not doing enough. If your son still turns out to be fucked up in the head, you failed him. My ex-boyfriend turned out to be an abuser. He beat the shit out of me because his mother didn't get him help for when she abused him. You can't abuse a kid, a baby, for years and expect him to grow up and be an upstanding gentleman. That will never happen. If it does, it's a rare case. Most of them will grow up and do to their wives or girlfriends what you did to them. And that's what I got. I got my ass kicked every day whenever he was mad. And when I would fight back with my tongue, it only brought him back to how his mom used to talk to him. So that actually fueled the Hulk. And I got my ass beat even more. And if I didn't tell his dad to come get him, or I'm going to have to turn him in, he would have never got counseling for several years before getting married and having daughters. You see how life works? He got the help his mom failed him at. His mom who was single and doing it all. See what I'm saying? Get those young boys help, or they're going to turn out worse. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So I'm not saying that, domestic violence is great, because I'm a survivor myself. I got my ass beat, but I knew I can use my mouth to fuck him up. I couldn't fight him physically. He was way stronger than me, but I knew how to talk to him, not knowing that that's how his mama used to talk to him. You ain't shit, no good ass nigga. I should say, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. And that got me hurt. My tongue was powerful, more powerful than his fists. That's how I fought back. I never hit him. I never stabbed him, never choked him. I wasn't a violent person. I wasn't raised like that. And I still saved his life. So yeah, I am different than Rihanna. I took more blows than she did. I went through it longer than she did. But I didn't initiate the fight. He hit me for no reason. So being that person like that, I wouldn't sit here and say, oh, she deserved it. But in that case, she did deserve it. If she never touched Chris Brown or grabbed his dick, I think the situation would have went differently. But when women find out that they've been played, they're aggressive. That's what happens. That's what happens. They're emotional. We do things without thinking until the dust settles. And then when the dust settles, sometimes it's too late. So all I'm saying to you ladies is that if you're in a relationship where he's cheating on you, leave. Don't put your hands on him. Walk away with some dignity. If you know you got a nice body and you good and you got that wop, what you worried about? How come you can't leave him? How come you can't get up and walk away? And I don't want to hear it's because you guys have kids. Because usually women leave because they don't want their kids to see that type of stuff, right? But ladies, if you're sticking around because the dick is good, then accept the consequences. Accept getting cheated on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because you guys know how to be tough and independent when you hear your favorite Beyonce song. But when it's real life, y'all can't even leave. Instead, you want to fight him and then cause him to hit you back so you can control his whole life after that, right? I know what you're doing. That's why a lot of men that go to court, the woman don't show up. Because they know they wrong. They know they wrong. Cops usually think it's because that the woman is scared. No, a lot of cases it's because the woman knows she was wrong. And she doesn't want to ruin his life. She just wants to scare him. Let him know that I will call the cops. That's what that's about. Not all cases are real cases. I'm telling y'all the truth now. Right? So all I'm saying, you guys, is the truth. It's the facts. So guys, again, thank you for listening today. I hope you got something out of it. And like I said, I do not promote domestic violence on men or women. Both are wrong. But in any situation, if somebody hits you, you have every right to fight back. And I don't care if it's a woman or a man. The only time I would never hit someone back is if it's a child. And I've had kids swing at me when I had to pull them out of homes because we had to take them to foster care. That's the only time a child has ever hit me. And I took that hit because I knew where the pain was coming from. And of course, that's a child. That's the only time I would never hit someone back if it's a child. But if you are 18 and up and you put your hands on me, good luck. Somebody asked me if I had hands. I'm originally from Arizona, born and raised. I only played basketball with men. I knew how to take a hit, and I never stood down on a woman. I had no problem with going fisticuffs with a woman. I do have a reputation. I never had a history of going to jail, but I have a history of fighting back. I had two big old Buicks come at me on the basketball court, and I challenged them both. So if anyone's ever in Arizona and they ask about Daphne, I was never no pussy. I knew how to fight. I knew how to fight. I didn't just run my mouth. I had to be tough. I had to be strong. Playing against men is what made me stronger. When they would knock me down, I had my nose broken, got hit in the eye before. It only made me stronger. So women were no competition. So again, to those that ask me, oh, does she know how to use her hands? I could pump a men's basketball. My hands are not small. I was always an NBA player in my eyes. I knew how to play ball. I was tough. So yeah, have I ever gotten to it with a woman? I sure have. But she knew not to touch me. Sometimes you ain't got to do much. They just know. I don't have to brag about the strength of my hands. They knew. If a man told me that my punch was tough, then I already knew what I could do to a woman. I don't care what she looked like. So again, people used to say, well, she holds all these people accountable. I know in public she would be scared. No, I wouldn't be scared. Why would I fear another woman? Not scared. I know how to fight. I grew up with two sisters older than me. I was the one protecting them. That's the life I grew up with doing. So again, I'm not scared. No. I just never had to use my hands unless it was necessary. When a woman put her hands on my brother, I did show up. And I gave her the same energy. You slap him, I slap you back. We even. That person follows me on Facebook right now. We're still friends. But she knew not to ever put her hands on my brother. Oh, yeah. I was that sister too. Who hit you? Let's go up to the school. That was me. Because you're not going to put your hands on a man if he got a sister. That's the way it works. If a chick is mad that my brother's cheating on her, you better come see me, but you're not going to put your hands on my brother. See, that's the kind of sister I was. I never had to go to jail or nothing because I wasn't going to hit first. I knew the power of my hit. I would rather them try me first. That's how you avoid going to jail. So again, if anybody puts their hands on you first, you have every right to defend yourself. Just don't come out the back ready to hit someone. That wasn't me. I wasn't no hyena, loud and just waiting for someone to do something. That wasn't me. But if you did try something, I will fight back. There's a difference, right? So again, guys, that's how it is. That's how the world crumbles. That's how it is. So again, I hope that we learned something today. And I just hope that people can give Chris Brown a little bit more respect, especially the ones who spent 13 years calling him an abuser, a wife beater. That's what they call him. And they weren't even married. So again, he put his hands on her because she put her hands on him first. And he fought back. Men can only take so many hits, y'all. I'm telling you. Some of these women got some hits. If you hit them in the right area, shoot, you can bring a big guy down. And if you grab his nuts, 9 times out of 10, a man's going to come right down to his knees. I've seen a woman do it on the basketball court. Dude was lighting her up. He had the ball and he was getting ready to cross her up and she grabbed his nuts. He came crashing down. It usually happens in that case. That's a sensitive area for men. So most men are either going to, be caught off guard, or some of them, they're not going to give you a chance to grab it that long because they're going to punch your lights out. I'm just saying what the truth is, you guys. I've seen it. Okay? So again, ladies, keep your hands to yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Whoopi Goldberg said it best. Teach your daughters that we don't live in a world where men are going to accept assault. Keep your hands, your nails, your acrylics, keep all that to yourself. Because they be having them long nails that can take your eye out. It's dangerous. So that's why men fight back. That's why. So again, if you grab him in his sensitive area, I can't guarantee you he's going to say, it hurts, please let go. This is not Friday. He's going to fight back. That's his sensitive area. He's going to fight back, period. If a man does it, they be trying to kill a man. So what do you think he's going to do to you? So again, if you guys keep your hands to yourself, you won't have this problem. If he's cheating, leave. You deserve better. Leave. Be the bigger person. But don't hurt that man because you're deciding to stay because the dick is too good. That's a sickness too. If you're so addicted to his dick that you're willing to accept him cheating, but then you get mad when you find out who he's cheating with. Ladies, come on. Make it make sense. You're saying I accept you cheating, but then you want to see their phone. Why? You ain't got to go through that if you leave them. Right? So again, y'all don't want to hear the truth. So again, guys, thank you so much for attending today. I appreciate everybody. And I hope that, somebody got something out of this. Because I know a lot of girls will say, a boy hit her on the court or he hit her at school, and moms get up and say, well, let me go to the school and get this boy expelled. Not even hearing the boy's side. It happens every day. It happens in school all the time. These little girls got hands on them. These girls are not little. They're bigger. Some of them are taller than the guys. And they will assault a boy and hit her ass back where it hurts. And the mom will believe just her daughter, not the boy. Just like that mom believed that her son, when he said he saw a teacher touching on a girl inappropriately, and they ruined that teacher's life. They ruined it. 3 students said they all saw it. They all told the same story until the cops broke them up into 3s. Then all their stories changed, like Meg the Stallions. If anybody watches First 48, they'll bring you in, and then a month later they bring you in, and they have all the notes from what you said on the first time. Now you're adding to it and taking away. They say that person usually lies. Criminal investigators usually tell you if their story changes, that means they're lying. Well, Meg's changed 15 times, so somebody's lying, right? So again, guys, I'm just saying what it is. If you take somebody in the room and ask them the same question today, and you ask them the same question next month, it should be 10 toes down. Nothing has changed. But if you change little specifics about it, 9 times out of 10, they're lying. That's just real talk, y'all. Meg shouldn't have said nothing on live after it happened because she knew we were going to judge her off of what she told Gayle King. 2 different stories, guys. So again, at the end of the day, when the truth comes out, give people the energy you gave them when you thought they were guilty. Now, if the truth comes out that Tory shot her, I'd be shocked that he was able to be out for this long. His ass should have been locked up. If Tory indeed did shoot her, and it was not in self-defense, let's say that the stallion jumped on Tory and he was defending himself. Oh, let's say the stallion found out that he cheated on her with her friend Kelsey and she went for his gun. So they're fighting over the gun by the guns pointing towards the ground. Unless he was defending himself, if he was not, and he shot her because he just wanted that walk, then his little short ass is going to be somebody's butt buddy. That's what's going to happen. They're going to tear his butthole up. That's the outcome. But until the truth comes out, he's innocent. And I'm keeping it that way. Don't care how y'all feel. He is innocent until the truth comes out. Either he was defending himself or her friend shot him or he's guilty. Any one of those three. In my eyes, I think it's one of the two. He was defending himself or the friend did it. That's what I'm going with it. So we'll wait until December. Probably won't know until next year on the 3-year anniversary. That's probably when we'll really know the truth. This is probably going to keep getting moved. Right? So again, guys, thank you to those who have supported me, those who actually had, good comments to bring to this show today. But again, guys, give Chris Brown a like or something on his latest song. Listen to his music. Let's help this man get back where he needed to be. Let's try to bring his sales up. Stream his music. Let's stream his music and give him the energy he deserves. Because I remember him saying that people don't really listen to his music anymore because people are still judging him, right? Let's give Chris Brown a little bit of respect. Stream his music, play one of his songs. Let's get him back there. He deserves it. Okay? I hope that you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. To those, I know I was screaming at first. I hope I didn't hurt your eardrums, but this is dear to my heart when a man is accused or judged and it's not even worth it because he didn't do it, right? I just want men to get the same energy that women have been getting for decades and decades. We're teaching our young girls to lie because it helps you out. You're the victim. And I hate when people say, why would a person lie about being shot? Why not? They lie about rape. They lie about assault. Why wouldn't they lie about this? Are you kidding me? How many women lie about rape every day and the shit never happened? I've already gotten somebody this year off that, right? So don't tell me women don't lie about rape. They do. And they can make it so detailed. That's the scary part. This 25-year-old Black woman had the details, they were so vivid where we can picture it happening in our mind. That's how real she made it seem. I even believed her. Then she went into the comments saying other things that didn't sound right. So he raped you, then gave you your phone and told you to lock the door after he leaves. That's the biggest red flag. This shit didn't happen. So I called my police connects out there where she lived. They came to her door and they got the truth. She lied. Ask yourself why these women don't file police reports when they say that someone tried to traffic them or tried to assault them. File a police report, because filing a police report and lying about it, you could do some jail time. That ain't no game. That's a real thing. So whatever Rihanna said in that police report, that would mean that she lied. That's a crime right there. Because they're only going to write what you tell them. See, Chris Brown didn't get to say anything yet. So when these women say, well, I read the police report, it was very detailed. Yeah, just like that rape was very detailed that never happened. Women know how to create things that didn't happen. I can sit there and say we were in a car and I told him I'm breaking up with him because he was cheating on me and he wouldn't let me out the car. And then he started choking me. And then it's not hard, guys. It's not hard. These women are rehearsed to lie. They know how to do it. Show them a couple boogers. Let your eyelashes fall. That's going to really get them. The more you cry, the better they buy the story. Because you ain't going to see no man say, and then she grabbed my nuts. And that's not in a man's nature to do that. They just stand 10 toes down and say, I didn't do it. Sorry if I can't scream and cry and show you some boogers, but I didn't do it. So again, guys, it happens every day. It happens every day. I don't care what the police report said. It was based off of what Rihanna told him. That's what it was. They're only going to write what you tell them. If anyone's ever filed a police report, they'll take their pen out and say, tell me what happened. They'll write it on their little notepad. Then they're going to put it on a report. That's what usually happens. It's not hard. They're only going off of your words. That doesn't mean the cops are there and saw that. So that would mean that she lied on the police report. She assaulted him, theft, robbery, all that stuff. And she didn't get that one charge. She got the Super Bowl. So Rihanna, congratulations on lying and getting everything you want and being a billionaire. I hope it was worth it. Because now you're a baby mama with a bastard child with a man that has a criminal record longer than your forehead. And that's what you accepted. So again, ladies, ask yourself why these women choose these type of men. Because the dick is so good to them, right? That's what it is. So again, I hope you guys got a lot out of my show. And again, I don't have nothing wrong with men, women or men. I just have a problem with men who are judged and belittled for no reason, even after the truth comes out. Can we start giving men the same energy? Because you never know what demons that they're facing. Chris Brown wanted to kill himself. Hearing that now, you're like, damn, really? But why wouldn't he have wanted to? When you guys have been judging him for 13 years, right? So again, guys, I hope you have a great Saturday. I will be posting some more stuff on my Instagram, Queen of Accountability, and my Facebook. I will continue to bring light to that because there are things that you guys don't see, and they're right there in your face for you to see them. So, and my thing on Kanye West or Ye, my thing on Ye and Kyrie is that they're not crazy. They're seeking the truth. And when you seek the truth to find out the truth about how you're being used because of your talents, how you're being used by them putting endorsement deals in your the way to fool a nigga, give him some money. He won't really look for the truth if you give him enough money. But then when you start seeking the truth, they call him Kaepernick. That's what they do. They try to cloud you with endorsements, Subway and Icy Hot and Papa John's. You know, Shaq actually works for Papa John's after he said nigga. Y'all didn't get mad at Shaq for that? Shaq sold out a long time ago, and I didn't even notice that. I just thought about that shit. Shaq is working with Papa John's, the same man who said nigga, but you mad at Kyrie for seeking the truth. Come on, Shaq. Make it make sense. Charles Barkley called him an idiot. Well, wasn't Charles Barkley getting fellatio by a hooker and got caught by the cops? What happened, Charles? You was getting that top, wasn't you? By a hoe. And that was okay. He still got his bag, right? Because he's shucking and jiving. These men are on TV shucking and jiving for these white men. That's what it is. They sold out a long time ago. How you gonna talk about Kyrie and your ass sold out over a couple of dollars? Get the fuck out of here. If you're gonna judge somebody, make sure your closet is clean. Please do. Make sure your closet is squeaky clean. Don't call nobody an idiot when y'all motherfuckers is wearing wigs and dresses. Get the fuck out of here. That's my take on it. Ye is not stupid. What he's saying has a lot of truth to it. Y'all just don't give a fuck because of who's saying it. That's all. If Kim Kardashian was saying it, y'all bitches would believe it. Right? If Kim said it, y'all, oh, I believe her. Half her family can't even keep a man. And y'all want to take advice from her because she got some ribs taken out? It has to really suck to try to be perfect, right? They're not perfect, even if they look perfect. They're not. So again, guys, that's my take on those two men. They're not wrong for seeking knowledge. Y'all just don't want to hear it. So again, that's my take on those things, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. I really did. And again, I'm gonna do the best I can to do one more show. This is the first time I've done 2 in 1 week, but it was worth it. I felt like this needed to be said. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your Saturday. And again, Queen of Accountability is my Instagram. And like I said, as I continue to grow, I want to thank those people because I'm almost at 12,000. And I didn't start there. I had to restart this page in August of this year after losing my page. So I would say for 3 months, that's damn good. I'm getting about 4,000 followers a month. I'm okay with that growth. So thank you guys for actually, believing something that I'm saying. There's something that I'm saying that you guys are believing in for you to follow me, right? And to those who follow me just because you hate what I say and you just want to still be a follower, you're still following me, right? I'm not asking you to. I'd be okay with 5 followers if they were on the same, level as me. Accountability, I'm cool with that. Sometimes it's not about the quantity, it's the quality. So you got a lot of these people with 500,000 followers, but they only get 3 likes on some shit. I don't care about the quantity. I want the quality. People that actually believe in some of the things I say and they agree with it. Even if you disagree, let's talk about it. But when you disagree, please come with facts. Don't make up a story or tell me you heard. I want to see it, okay? So again, guys, thank you for listening to me today. And if you need me, I'm here. I'm trying to get to people who need counseling, but I'm only one person. So if I haven't gotten to you yet, please bear with me because I do a first come, first serve. I can't reach out to all of you guys at the same time. I'm one person. Okay? So guys, have a blessed day and I will see you on the next show.